Olivia, remind me to go into Facebook and shoot down the linktapgo.dumshow and just go dumshow donate for me. Will you remind me to do that?
Say that one more time.
Linktapgo.dumshow. Have me do donate instead.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Liv, look at the camera real quick. I'm gonna increase. Is your front Elgato light on?
No, I didn't think we needed it anymore.
Oh yeah, you got to turn that on. Just to give you a little bounce. See that? Just a little bounce. Just a little splash of heaven. Let me take a look. Look forward. Yep, that solves it. Remind me to reposition your backlight. To see how Amy has that beautiful. I think I'm going to paint your back wall black and come up with pink and see how hers is like that. So it's going to have a nice pink glow by you. I'm going to do that. I've got some black paint, or I could just use my soul.
The dark gray stuff that we painted downstairs.
The black's going to be better because it's going to bounce like Amy's does, and it's going to look cool. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show, talking about aesthetics.
Is Wimkin up?
No, it's not. I'm sorry. Here, I need to focus. Going live on Wimkin in 3, 2, live. Let me know when we're there. We're good?
Yep.
What's going on, everybody? I know I feel like I just left you, but we have another show. There's always information coming down the pike during election season, and this election is no different. We've got a lot to talk about. We will talk about it this evening. And talk about the meltdown, talk about some of the already coming out the election integrity stuff. We'll be right back. Give us 3 minutes. Step into a Wimkin. What's going on, everybody? Matthew Spear from the Don't Unfriend Me show. I am proud to announce that the Documents of Freedom are back in stock. It's a 3-book collection, leather-bound, by Arcadia Publishing. Starts out with the Bill of Rights. Dude, Donald Trump showing up to his rally in a garbage truck. Absolute troll of the mother effing century. Genius. Genius.
Is that New Mexico?
No, I think he's in Wisconsin tonight. Is that it? Is that where he's at? Pretty sure. I think that's where he's at. But this is hilarious. This is just the way to be. I mean, seriously. I think he's in Green Bay, Wisconsin, maybe. But dude, showing up in a garbage truck, what an own. I mean, talk about embracing it. We need to get a garbage t-shirt made. Folks, listen, I'm going to skip through this real quick.
Do Oscar the Grouch or something.
Yeah, let me show the Roseanne thing, and then we'll talk about the Documents of Freedom. One of the things that I hear most often, that I always try to help people connect the dots is what is past is prologue. And although Shakespeare, not my favorite, it's, I will say, I watch somebody's face in this new each time I watch it. And Andrea Thomas, who's the founder of Facing Fentanyl, she's trying not to crack up during this entire thing because everyone knows it's Roseanne, right? So of course Roseanne comes on and everybody's like, oh, it's Roseanne. And I'm just trying to interrupt her, and it's impossible. You can, because I didn't know what she was going to say, so I was trying to finish my thought, but I'm like, okay, screw it. You know what? I'm just going to give up. So it's kind of funny watching everyone, and everyone has a different expression. It's kind of hilarious. Anyway, it's an interesting thing when you look at 1980 and the crack epidemic and what the United States government was involved in with the Contras.
No kidding.
So I don't understand why people are so shocked and they call Roseanne a conspiracy theorist. Because there's evidence in the past of the government getting involved in this, and there's plenty of books on this, and you can read this.
Here's what I think. I love your show, by the way, Matt Spear, and
Thank you, ma'am.
Just discovered you about a week ago,
ma'am.
Oh my God, this guy's a genius. The facts he can spew.
God, I love you.
You can spew fact, and that's the sign of a genius.
Thank you, ma'am.
So I appreciate you asking me that.
So you just made my life.
I do remember back when they were bringing the crack cocaine into the black neighborhoods, and that proved that the CIA was doing it because they were grooming that population. And
adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The DUM Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
We got to get Amy a condom for her mic. So
put up
black
the.
one.
Yeah, that. Whoa.
I think so.
Whoa.
You know what they say.
Yeah, once you go, I got it. I heard you.
Got
it. Goal is up. And likes and shares is also up. All right. Listen, folks, wanted to tell you quickly. Jason had a small fire at PFC Flags today. Everything's fine. But his laser cutter caught fire. And because when you're using a laser and you're carving wood, that's what happens. And that's how you carve wood and engrave into it. And the extreme heat will catch the wood on fire. Especially when it's a heavy project, and that wood heats up. So you got to move around and do it on certain areas, and you don't want to stay in an area too long, and you want to watch it, right? You never want to have it run by itself. So he's okay. Everything's fine. I wanted to tell you that doesn't really delay production, but I would highly recommend, based upon that, is going to cost him a couple of days of labor, and I'm worried that we will not have enough time to get the documents of freedom out by Christmas. So I'm going to give you your heads up warning right now. I've got a few of these left. I can continue to do these. And these are the leather-bound documents of freedom leatherette edition. I think I have these for $54.99. They're $5 more for the leatherette, and it's usually $10. So got that for you. Then for $64.99, for $10 more for the box, you get the wooden box done by Jason, engraved by Percival Flag Company, which has all 3 books. If you have not had a chance to pick them up, we have sold, I think we're at almost 200 of these. I mean, we have sold a ton of these things, and they're amazing. If you have not had a chance, stop on by, pick them up. You get 3 books. You get the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, and the Constitution of the United States. And I've had these books for 4 years. And if you go back to my very first show, you'll see these books. And people always go, oh my gosh, where do you get those books? And here they are. Where does he get all those wonderful toys? This is where we get these toys. So if you want them, they're available, thedumshow.com. You can also get coffee. You can also get cool jackets and clothes, stuff that Olivia's wearing. Stop on by. We're a 5-star rated store. There's some coffee. Bam. All made by veterans, made in Wisconsin, sealed for your pleasure, ribbed for your pleasure as well. This bag, hermetically sealed. When you open it up, you'll know what you're getting. It's actually roasted 3 days before it ships to you, which you can't beat. So go give it a chance. Stop by thedumshow.com, 5-star rated store. Yes, Donald Trump arrived in his rally in Wisconsin in a garbage truck. Now, yes, ma'am.
I just want to say one thing before we get going. We are 75 followers away on Facebook from 200,000. If we could hit that like this weekend, that would be really awesome. So everyone share us out.
Yeah.
Please.
With friends, family, gumas, whatever you got. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah, so see the
Concubines.
25 to the left of Matt's head right now. When that turns to 0, you know we've hit it.
Right. And we had to talk about it today as I received one follower last night, bitched, and then all of a sudden I got 24. See, folks, I've figured out Facebook. If you complain enough, they hear it and they do something about it. We have a lot to talk about tonight with the election. Amy, first of all, how are you? Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show.
Hi, guys. Yeah, I'm great.
Where'd
I
you
thought
get
it was
that cool
Monday.
shirt?
Where Jason bought this for me. I don't know where he got it from. I was like, well, way to support our show. But
It's banging. It's banging.
yeah, it's awesome. I
Looks
love
cool.
it. If we go this weekend, we'll see.
Thank you, Ashley.
Exactly.
I'm down. We all need a trip, so I'm down. And seriously.
Did you already register? I tried to register for the press, whatever it is, that option, pending. So I don't know what that means.
That's what they do. They do the pending thing, and they'll want to confirm. And usually, once you get approved for it, it's good everywhere. So if that doesn't work, I need to contact the Trump administration and be like, "Listen, here's our influence. This is what we do. We are a valid news organization." They'll see we're pro-Trump and hopefully take care of us. If that doesn't work, I'm going to get a hold of Jason, and Jason will talk to. He communicates with Laura Trump and Laura Trump. Laura or Lara?
I think it's Lara.
Lara Trump. And we'll see what we can do. Liv, did we get all caught up on donations? Because we had 3
I
of them.
am doing it. We had 4. I'm doing them right now.
Okay, cool.
And did the second one pop up?
There, it's behind because look at all these people who are sharing the stream.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah,
I was like,
so it's behind because everyone's like doing everything. So it'll show up in order.
Okay, because
right there. Look
we
at that.
go.
Oh,
Okay.
ho, ho.
Thomas?
Thank you, Thomas. All right. Appreciate everybody donating. Thank you for helping out and helping us hit our goal. So Donald Trump arrived in a garbage truck, and what a troll! What a great troll! I mean, it's perfect.
Love it.
And I love that he embraces it. And Amaga, thank you so much, Christine. MAGA will embrace this, and I have a feeling that this isn't the first and last that we're going to see of this. So pretty exciting to see him use his humor to go ahead and embrace a bunch of jerks. Bobby Richardson, thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. Everybody's donating like crazy. I appreciate it. Thank you. So let's get into it. There's immediately stuff that needs to be discussed. And I would be remiss if I didn't. So I want to thank everybody for showing up. We have a ton of people on Twitter right now already, 30 people. Great to see you. We've got quite a few on Facebook and YouTube. I'm not sure how many. Let's find out. And then we can go ahead and dive in. So right now we're showing 19 on YouTube. That's fine. It's respectable. Amazing. 1,500 followers on YouTube. I got 19. Facebook, we've got, just to continue, 57 out of 200,000. Yeah.
We've got 56 on Rumble.
56 on Rumble, where we have 1,500 followers. See, folks, the ratio to proportion is fantastic. It's like 2%, and that's average. I mean, it's above average. Like 1.25 of your followership watching you live is incredible. It's a great number. But we're like 0.002 on Facebook. So I tried to talk about you last night. It's stupid. Nazi garbage, folks. All of you, all of us were Nazi garbage. And I'm embracing it. Olivia and I were talking about spray painting our garbage cans with Trump yellow hair. Yeah, and doing Trump garbage, and really, really embracing this. Thank you so much, Kev. Here's something that's just fresh off the press. Timothy Durgan, a very well-known Democrat, in the sense that the people who surf the channels of social media and chat groups and Reddit know who he is. But there is a link to x.com Kamala HQ status, and it says, Kamala HQ, Trump on Americans who don't support him. We can't play games with these people. These are people that are dangerous people. I've never seen anything like it. And there's a community note on it. And the community note is right here. It says, misleading. Trump is not referring to Americans who don't support him. He's referring to a leaker in the State Department who gave Israel's war plans to Iran. So in this community note that is posted, they have specifically asked, and you can see the Democrats, the D indicates a paid Democrat staffer, Matthew Rain, Timothy Durrigan, and Kate Beacon. All three of them. It says, here's a community note. It links it on Twitter and just rated it helpful. So then it goes over here and it says speculation. This is an honorary title. And Trump went on to condemn white supremacists minutes later. So this is the picture of it in this going to RNC. Biden tells a series of lies. My son was killed, died in Iraq. I was a professor at Penn. These things are made up. And they put a community note here, and here are the notes. Biden's son died of a brain tumor likely caused by a burn pit in Iraq where he served. Completely speculative. In 2017, Biden was named a presidential practice professor at Penn. It doesn't matter. He's not a professor.
No, he is not.
In high school, I was named the guy with the biggest dick, but guess what? I didn't hold any award. John Holmes didn't come to my house and congratulate me. It's an honorary title. Big Dick Spear, that was my name.
Hey, can I interrupt real quick?
No.
It's important.
So is this.
Okay.
Yeah, what's up?
Jane is here, and she's actually in chat.
Hi, Jane.
So I figured everyone would want to say hi.
Where's Jane?
She's on Rumble. She's always been on Rumble. So you can't see her chat, but she is here.
Jane, congratulations. So good to see you. So out of ICU, I would assume?
I would assume.
Jane, congratulations. We're very happy to have you.
It's amazing to have you here.
That is important. Thanks for interrupting me, Liv.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. You could have given me a heads up so I didn't look like a giant douche plow.
That's why I said it's normally you're like, yes. So.
I was teasing. The last thing is Trump did say there were very fine people on both sides after white supremacists marched in Virginia. He did say that. But he also said before and after, 30 seconds before and 30 seconds after, and condemned white supremacists and Nazis and white nationalists. So give me a break. So what they're doing is they're coordinating and putting community notes on things that are not accurate and then fake boosting the community notes because they're lying and rating it helpful. And I'm a community note guy. So I got I don't know if you guys knew this, but I got community notes approved a long time ago. And so I can actually put community notes on everything I read. And I do it often. I try to keep things accurate, and I'm fair. And I rate and vote on these things. So what they're doing, it would be like me going, dummies, here's a post that a Democrat said, I'm going to make up a bunch of stuff, and I want you to upvote the community note so this thing gets approved as true. So Elon Musk is absolutely livid. And Elon Musk is like, we're investigating this. Thank you, Maddie. Appreciate you. So to see that, is that a form of election interference? So Olivia, Amy, anybody unclear? Hopefully I presented it okay. Your thoughts on this? Would that be considered election interference? Altering something that's accurate and true and using and paying people, they're paying people to go and say that it's false when it's not. Is that election interference?
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
In my opinion, anything that is untrue that's being on media or any place public, social media, anything that's being posted or said that isn't true about a candidate, or if something is true and it's being held from the public about a candidate, I think that is election interference, because we as the people have the right to hear everything about the candidates that we're trying to decide who we're going to vote for, and that all the good and the bad, and everyone needs to hear everything, and everything needs to be on the table and clear so everyone gets the picture of who everyone is.
So what do you do? Do you suspend those accounts? Because it's a free speech network. But when you use the word free speech, paid influencing and paying people to lie, it doesn't necessarily seem to be free. Amy, what do you think?
I do think this is some kind of election interference. I don't really know if it would hold any weight with anything in court, but I think it's morally wrong. It's funny because I heard this influencer. I don't know her name because I'm not an influencer follower. I just saw her, and she showed the emails to prove this. So I believed her story. But she's a Trump supporter, and she's open about that. And Kamala Harris's team had reached out to her, and they were going to pay her. She was like, "I'll just throw out a crazy number." So she threw out $50,000 plus all expenses, And they're like, "Fine, and these are your requirements." And she was like, I'm not going to come and do this. Like, I don't." But they wanted her to pretend that she had flipped and now was a Kamala supporter. But she's like, "They're willing to pay."
I don't doubt it.
But she was furious because she's like, I live right outside of Asheville. Like, we have no money here, and they're going to give me $50,000. We need that money for our people here. So it was interesting. And I think it's all wrong. I think this ties into that exactly. They're paying people to falsify information because they are drawn to influencers. They are drawn to public figures. They trust us. They believe us. And not everyone tells the truth, unfortunately. And it's pretty sad.
It's interesting because it does fall between the lines of bribery and paid entertainment. See, I have never been approached to lie or flip or anything like that. I think people hopefully know, either one, they don't care because they don't want me, or two, they know I would never do such a thing. But I have been asked to endorse things many times that I've never tried. Thank you, Debbie from Rumble Chat. And also, I'm so happy Jane's okay. Jane was in ICU, folks. She was just struggling so bad, and all she wanted to do is watch the DUM show. And we had people who are like, she's just trying to watch the DUM show, and her family's trying to get her to help, and or she's trying to get her family to help to find us and watch us, and it's just amazing. So I'm so glad she's healthy, at least out of ICU and doing much better. So God bless. Thank you, Paul. Thanks, everybody. Everyone's really giving tonight. So I've been asked to endorse product on a whim, and my comment was, you need to send me the product, and whatever you specifically want me to endorse, I'll try. And if I like it, thank you so much, Tommy.
Thomas.
I will. Yes, Lady J, I've got that. I'm showing that tonight. Remind me to show it, okay? So I was like, just send me the product. Like, well, we can't send you the product, so how about we do this? How about we do the endorsement, then we'll send it to you? I said, no, I'm not doing it. And, well, why not? And I said, because I'm not going to lie and say I endorse something that I don't. And it's important to me. I endorse my coffee. I put PFC flags, and we're going to have a discount with the DUM Club with them. And I do the Documents of Freedom from Arcadia Publishing because they're the same books that are in the Smithsonian. I mean, these you can get these in Washington, D.C. at the Smithsonian. You can't get them anywhere else. And we have a contract with Arcadia, and they allow us to sell them. And we're a vendor for them. So I endorse those things. I endorse my shirts. I endorse Magnum Extra Large Rib for His Pleasure condoms because they're the only ones that fit. So anyway, moving on. I don't consider election interference. I consider it highly suspect. And I think it is a very dirty game in this business. And influencers, this is where you have an issue. The media is not held accountable for its accuracy and integrity, but they are held accountable for things like bribery. And they are held accountable for reporting things for pay or reporting false news in order to impact stock or stoke riots or whatever. So there are regulations of things they can't do. And with influencers, there are hardly any. So you might get more truth and you might get more accuracy, but you're also risking low integrity individuals who don't care. And this is what we're seeing on the internet right now. And some of this election interference shit that we are seeing is a prime example about that. And we'll go over it tonight. Anything else on this topic, ladies?
If Kamala wants to pay me $50,000, I will take it, but I will be honest at the rally if there's any more. So I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, I mean, this going out on social media, if they're going to allow that, then they need to allow all voices on social media, like conservative voices, like ours. And they're letting that go without any checks and balances. But anyone who's a conservative, like us and other people, are constantly getting checks and balances and getting strikes against them. And their posts are being taken down because they said Jesus is Lord or something like that. And it's absolutely ridiculous. So if they're going to allow that shit to be on their social media site, then they need to allow everything.
Right.
And otherwise, I would consider that election interference.
Yeah. Like, it's at least propaganda, right?
Yeah.
At the very least. And it's done by nefarious means. And I think that's one of the biggest issues. So there needs to be some sort of oversight when you do something like this, that there are repercussions. And Elon Musk is going to take care of it. If he finds that people are falsifying community notes, thank you, Jesus.
Thanks.
If people are falsifying community notes, well, that is against terms and conditions of the site, and they'll be properly dealt with. That's the way it is. Somebody asked about the Julia Roberts ad. We played this the other night with Amy and Olivia. They remember it very, very well because I told them if either of them didn't vote for Trump, I was going to abuse them, beat them, and put them back into their Handmaid's Tale outfits and impregnate them and stuff them in the kitchen. Why? Because that's what men do. They obviously...
Don't forget about the black eyes and pot pies. Right. Oh, that rhymes.
Oh, that is. Oh, we should have a shirt that says black eyes and pot pies.
I love it.
So here's the video. Lady J wanted me to play it, and I, by all means, I'm willing. This is narrated by Julia Roberts, who, you know, is just whatever. Here it is.
Your turn, honey.
In the one place in America where women still have a right to choose, you can vote any way you want. And no one will ever know.
Did you make the right choice?
Sure did, honey. Remember, what happens in the booth stays in the booth. Vote Harris Wall.
Those are like those bad sex ed commercials in high school.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that like were completely the antithesis of, they gave you a reduced boner, you know, because like, Billy, let's have sex. And Billy's like, oh my God, Janice, like totally, like, let's do it. And then they get in the back of the truck and they're like, oh my God. And then like 6, or 9 months later, and geez, Janice, I'm going to go out with the guys and get a beer. No, you're not. We have to stay home with the baby. And you're just like, I don't ever want to have sex. This is horrible.
You want to know what's sad with that video?
What?
I didn't realize it was Julia Roberts the first time we watched it.
Oh, really?
No, I thought it was some old lady who smoked 2 packs a day, and she sounds really, really old in that.
Oh, jeez.
I had no idea it was her until you said something. Because when you're like Julia Roberts ad, and I'm like, what Julia Roberts ad?
Are you allowed to say that without? Wait a second.
Trump was Beyonce. You're fine.
Right. I heard that Trump was talking. He's doing his speech in a garbage man outfit.
I love it.
Oh,
this is the
type. For Halloween, we're gonna see.
This is what we need. Like yes. This is the Trump we need. This is what you do. You just go, I'm going to make a fool out of you fuckers. And now he is. Kamala would never do that. She could not lower herself to do that. I mean, she lowers herself for other reasons, but not that.
Did you see her response to the question? I don't know who was asking her. Like, what do you think? Can you at least relate to people being offended? She's like, I'm busy. I'm running for president here, loser. Like, she's the best.
We will show Donald Trump. Well, I'll get those clips for you. But I want to show you guys something that is just hilarious. As we know, Joe Biden. Now listen, I'm not offended, right? We get called deplorables, Nazis, gun-toting, Bible-thumping, flyover states, uneducated, deplorables, xenophobic, homophobic, transphobic, Islamophobic. Give me a break. We've been called everything. Well, fascists. We've been called racists. We've been called extremists. We've been called maggots. Who cares? Trump tards. What else?
I just think that we need to start doing more videos, but we set them in like a poll booth, and it only can be women because that's the only place we are free to choose anything. So it's like we need to do our grocery list in the poll booth. We need to do what kids, what sports are allowed to play. I'm just like so tired of this. And we're Nazis, and I don't know. I'm gonna go as like a garbage Nazi tomorrow, I think. And
I think I am too. I'm going to go and see if I can get a garbage costume. Here's the thing: is you know what? I'm just going to dress up as a Trump supporter because that's the scariest outfit in America. I've heard. It doesn't offend me. Biden saying that half of America is garbage. You know what I thought? I'm like, oh, sweet, that's going to make a great soundbite.
Yep.
I'm like, that's going to get him some votes. Like, that's the way I think. Like, when you call me, pardon the French, ladies and gentlemen, but you're a Nazi fucking douchebag, white, blank sucking, tattooed, Neanderthal looking, steroid driven mother effer. I'm like, yeah. Show me. Hate leads to anger. Anger leads to suffering. Suffering leads to the dark side. Yes, it does. I love it. I mean, yes, let the dark side flow through you. I love it. I think it's awesome. Because if you are hating me, you can't be doing any damage. If you're focused on hating me, maybe, just maybe, we might be able to break through to you. I'm not saying Trump's perfect. In no way, shape, but Trump says stupid shit all the time. If he could just get out of his own way, you know what I mean? But when he's talking about people who are trying to throw him in jail and he says Democrats are evil, that's what he's saying. That there are a group of Democrats. He doesn't say everybody. Joe Biden said all Trump supporters are fascists. You don't remember that?
We're also deplorable and stupid, too.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Kamala Harris said all MAGA young people are stupid. Well, you're specifically calling out a demographic. When we say Democrats, Donald Trump does a lot of things, but go and attack the base of another party, I just don't hear that. I'm sorry. I know he says things that kind of you want to make it sound that way, but we all know who he's talking about. When you actually listen in the context, Joe Biden was in full context, guys and girls. Listen to it. Listen, close your eyes.
Well,
No, that's not closing your eyes. That's not closing your eyes. Hey, little woman, it means close your eyes and your mouth. Okay? Seriously. My show, shut up. All right.
You shut your mouth when you're talking
you shut your mouth when you're talking to me. All right, go ahead, Amy. I'm sorry.
I actually don't know what I was saying now. I don't know what I say. I was talking about, I don't know. Oh, maybe it was about, I don't know what I was saying.
Damn it. Well, I was just teasing, but I guess it didn't work.
I know what it was.
Fuck. God, can't get her to shut up. Go ahead.
I think it was CNN, but they were complaining about how they are so glad that they called him garbage. And they were like, it's an apostrophe that was missing, but they're going to use this and say he called him garbage. Well, he did call us garbage.
You know what? We're going to do a little thing. We're going to do a little thing. Okay. I want you to listen to it. And then we're going to watch it because I couldn't agree more. When Harold Ford Jr. on Fox on the 5 tonight said, when you listen to something without video and you watch it without sound, you see kind of what it's meant to do. The auditory and visual message are completely different. So when you separate them and then put them together, you see different things. So that's why I always like to test you guys with a little bit of sound. So let's do that. Are you ready? Or Amy, do you want to talk again?
Or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization is seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American.
Okay. So you heard that. Liv, Amy, got it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Folks, Amy and I are just busting balls here, okay? So just joking around. She's one of the guys. Literally, she's trans.
Wait, no, I'm afraid.
She's like, oh my God.
I'm offended. I'm switching to Kamala Karens.
Can you blink twice if you need help? Okay.
No, I know better.
Yes. Yeah, you better. Tell you what, you blink twice. I hit twice, I'll tell you. All right. I want you to watch Joe Biden's mannerisms, and then I'm gonna show you the real thing and zoom into his eye. Watch this.
Or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
Okay. So we're talking an apostrophe S, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if this is the case, we should see a clear indication maybe when we watch his eyes, see if they move along and is he on teleprompter? Fair enough?
Yes.
Okay,
Sure.
watch.
Where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
He's on a teleprompter.
He is on a teleprompter.
Yeah.
So somebody specifically wrote that.
Yes.
And when you see an apostrophe S, you would declare ownership before applying the apostrophe S. You would state, I am specifically talking about the comedian who said these things. And the only garbage out there are his supporters. So thank you so much, Mama Judy.
Yeah.
By the way, Melanie and Judy, you're going to get your wrench, okay? I'm trying. I forgot. Liv, will you remind me after the show to get them mod privileges so they get off my ass? Women, jeez.
Yes, I guess Trump
you tell your husband to put yourself in your place. What?
I guess Trump is wearing like a...
I know. We're going to get to it. I know. Listen, I can't play 3 hours of Trump alleys every day. We'll get to it. Trump, yes, he's talking. He's in Madison. Watch my show instead.
Well,
So
his eyes do look really black, though. Like, I thought he had blue eyes.
He used to have blue eyes.
Yeah.
It's because he's full of
His eyes look
shit.
black.
Because he's full of shit.
Well, okay. So this is actually where we have to go into science. So pigmentation is as far from a genealogical standpoint deteriorates just like eyesight. So pigmentation in your hair, pigmentation in your eyes, pigmentation in the color of your skin is most people get whiter hair when they get older. They lose the ability with melanin in the skin to tan unless they expose themselves to a higher amount of UV light. They will lose colors in their nails, in their hair follicles, and pretty much everywhere. And that pigmentation slowly deteriorates over time. Just like elasticity in your skin, just like your bones, just like everything else. So when you get older, surprisingly enough, your eye color can change. But the one thing that truly happens is that your eyesight gets more poor. And when your eyesight gets poor, you also have a problem with the amount of, which is known in the camera as aperture, which is the amount that your pupil or iris will open or the lens will open to allow more light. Now, with a fast shutter speed in a high propensity for high light situation with a camera, you have a lot of light, you need a fast shutter speed. It needs to be small, and the aperture and the overall frame rate needs to be quick, because if you allow too much light, it'll blow out and get all white. The human eye struggles with allowing enough light, and therefore your vision depth perception lower. So your pupil will naturally get bigger. Your iris will naturally increase to allow more light into the eye. So it's not that his eye color is changing. It's that in situations where he is being filmed or he is in a non-natural light situation, his pupils dilate a little bit more and get bigger. This happens naturally with age too. Now, everyone might be saying, wait a second, he's a clone. You know, his eye color has changed. Folks, I've seen close-up pictures of Joe Biden in well-lit situations, and his eye color has certainly lowered. The amount of vividness in his eye has lowered. But he also, in my opinion, and this is the way I feel, and some people might agree or not, is that he is on some sort of stimulant as well. And you can tell by the dilation in the eyes, and that's how police officers check if you're intoxicated. they can tell if you're intoxicated. Let me know when you're back. Tell when they're intoxicated. Tell when they're under the influence of something like that. Liv, just give me a thumbs up when you're good. Cough all you want. I muted you up. So his eyes at different times of the day are extremely large. And when you're under the substance of like cocaine or drinking, your pupils are going to react slower because of brain function. But when you are on a hyperactant like Adderall or anything,
I'm just curious.
caffeine can, yeah, it can stimulate the pupils, sure. So you also get jitter with some drugs in your pupils, where your pupils will jitter and flicker. So cops look at this and they're trained to do this. Tina Savage can tell you all about it. And Tina Savage can probably speak to it better than I. And then the third thing is he's a lizard. So that's what happens with your eyes when you're a lizard. He's had facial reconstructive surgery. I mean, he's had plastic surgery, right?
Yeah.
You know this. He's had the tuck. His face, it's changed. This is what happens. You guys saw Joan Rivers. Did she look anything other than like you know the movie Spaceballs where Joan Rivers is C3PO? That's what she looked like at the end.
Yep.
So stimulant will dilate, then downers will restrict. Okay. So is he on some sort of, I thought Adderall expanded the pupil. Isn't that correct? Tina, isn't that right? Yeah, it's a stimulant will dilate them. Yeah, and downers will restrict. Okay, and alcohol is a depressant, and you can base it upon that. But stimulants, you're wired. So he's on some sort of stimulant. Of course he is. They're giving him something. It's probably Adderall or something like that. Whatever. And I'm not here to question that. The point is that Joe Biden isn't the problem. The problem is that Kamala Harris is a few days away from possibly becoming the president of the United States, and we need to get some serious freaking. Let's get our asses out there and go to work. Okay, let's get out there and go to work. Let's not get distracted. But anyway, anything else, Libby? Are you better now?
Yes.
Yes.
I just had a tickle in my throat. I don't know.
That's okay. I wanted you. That's why I popped the plug. KJP has the reason why we're called garbage. She's just going to tell you.
I like her outfit.
Oh,
Totally.
So do I. I mean, she looks like a Gillette razor commercial. I mean,
so just to clarify,
I mean,
it's like
go ahead.
It's perfect for like a green screen. We can easily pop her head off and put it on anything now. Like,
oh, I've done it.
Perfect.
I've done it. Her going away is probably one of the greatest things I've ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's listen to what she has to say.
I think less of Americans who support Trump than he does of those who do not. Yeah. And two, why is he using that kind of rhetoric? How is that presidential?
So a couple of things. So just to clarify, he was not calling Trump supporters garbage, which is why he this is why he wanted to make sure that we put out a statement that clarified what he meant and what he was trying to say. And so just want to make that very clear for folks who are watching.
Does he think less of...
Give me a break. Is he going to go walk back fascist too?
Mm-hmm.
So I have to say this, and I want to say this not to be offensive. Okay. I'm going to say it. I'm sorry. I got to. Liberal white women are fucking up this country. Y'all need to shut the fuck up. You had your time, okay? You got to vote. You got equality. You got to hate men for a while. You got to murder babies. Shut the fuck up. I would say this to a estrogen-laden male as well. Is betas need to shut the fuck up too. It's the time of the alpha for a little bit. Alpha females, alpha males need to come back. We need some lioness who are not afraid to go ahead and eat a couple cubs. We need some people who are not afraid to slap this generation around in the head a little bit.
Yes.
We need some people who are going to put the hand on the backside just a little bit more often. We need a little bit of child abuse, just a little, not a lot, just a little bit of child abuse, just a little bit, just a little spanking or two, just a little bit, because that's what you call it. Discipline is now child abuse, right? And if you hold your kid accountable, you're destroying their overall ability to be successful.
Yes.
You're damaging them forever.
You're emotionally abusive.
If you don't give them 6 snacks 15 minutes before dinner, it's abuse, and you're withholding food. If you take their tablet away from them.
White liberal women, shut the fuck up. And this is why. Okay, listen to me. Listen, I love women. I love them. I've loved women since I was 12 years old. Swear to God. The first time that I had a sexual relationship with my real estate agent at 19 was fantastic. Okay? That was with an older woman. And then when I was younger, I, obviously stayed in my age group. Love women. Always love women. Always known. Just not gay. I just knew it. I knew I wasn't. I respect the matriarch. I wanted my mom to be the greatest woman in the world. She wasn't. I wish on Mother's Day that I had a mother that I could celebrate. What I have the closest is my Aunt Sherry, who I love. I have my grandma Tammy, who is down the road. I've got I can't say grandpa because he'll get pissed, Uncle Mike. He's not my fucking uncle. He's older than dirt. So Grandpa Mike.
Well, the kids call him Grandpa.
I know. I've got my family.
You got my mom.
I got your mom. I got Grandpa Chris. I've got my sister Amy over here. I've got my family. Okay. But I am so tired of liberal white women. Black people don't need you. They don't need you to placate for them. They don't need you to fight their wars for them. LGBTQ people don't need you to go and tell them the way to be and the way to act. I am so sick because every fucking chance I get, I see a liberal white woman, and they are the ones pushing for reparations. They are the ones who are pushing for unfettered access for abortion. I am sick to death of this woman right here, and she's everywhere. Okay? Here it is. Oh my God. Ladies, try not to puke. You need to go. You got to get your bitches. They're tripping. Women, you got to corral them. And it's not going to be men because they're waiting for men to do this so they can go ahead and ostracize and castigate us into sexist. Women, conservative Christian women, it's time for you to rise up. It's time for you to stop being so fucking nice and baking cookies. Cuss a little bit. Get harder. Shut them up. Listen to this. This is going to
hit them with your Bible. Like literally.
Hit them with your Bible.
We're going literally hit them with the Bible.
Ladies and gentlemen, liberal white Karen. Here she is.
I'm asking people tonight, what do you think has been Kamala Harris's greatest achievement over the past 4 years as vice president?
Oh, gosh. Stacey, help me.
Look at her grab the mic. Yeah, first,
right
give me my fucking mic. This isn't us. What are you doing? What are you going to perform a seance? Give me my mic. I hold the mic. You talk. If you're not gonna be here that long. But of course, this lady, look at her give it up reluctantly. Because if she does it, this lady's gonna say something. Why are you hateful towards other women? Watch this. Watch this. Give me the mic. I don't want to give you.
Stacey, help me.
I guess I'm gonna give you the mic. Listen.
And what I can say is her belief with women's rights and supporting women's rights, supporting education, supporting our country, gun control, it's huge. And then, what would you say? Here, ask her too.
I got it. I can hold it.
Of course. You have to get the woman who is never, ever going to be at risk of an abortion, who hasn't had sex since her uncle crept into her room.
Oh, gross.
Sorry. I'm done. Fuck the gloves. I'm sick of them. I don't care. I hope I offend them all.
I would say that she tried to work on the border and immigration.
You're going to make fun of her in 2 minutes, okay? So don't play holier than thou. Matt's mean. Just listen, and you're going to be like, fuck her.
But it was not voted again for.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
golly.
And I got to touch that hand. You just.
Because Trump said no.
Sorry.
Because he wanted to come in. And he wants to pass the laws. So we tried, but we couldn't get it because we have a divisive Senate. So I think she did have things in place, but it just wouldn't go through because we have a Senate that voted against her, even though the majority of them agreed. So
that's great. I just have one more question, if you guys don't mind.
I've got it. Powerful. I just have one more question. Why are you so stupid?
Tonight at the rally, we've been hearing from a lot of people that they love that Kamala is a steady hand and that she is a unifying figure. She did use a lot of strong language tonight about Donald Trump being a petty dictator, and last week with Anderson Cooper, she called him a...
Oh my God, lady, you are totally begging the question. Like, you asked two women who have no clue, and then you're filling in the gaps. And the answer, you're going to speak for 4 minutes and then go, so what do you think?
Fascist. Do you think that those two ideas go together, or?
Very much so.
Oh.
He is a criminal, and he is petty.
Oh,
you know, his way of trying to, he doesn't have talking points. He talks down to people. And
No, he has some pretty damn good talking. Does he spread his genitalia when he talks too?
Rosie's gone gray.
This chick looks like she ate Rosie.
about them. He can't come.
You know what I'd say? Here's the mic. Just don't eat me.
Yeah.
Here, I think I've got
Slowly
some
back away.
Mento. I think I've got some Mentos left from lunch. Let me just go ahead and just throw those
through
at you.
and say, well, she hasn't done this policy. Instead, it's always using negative connotations. You know, like calling, someone with the R word, or talking badly about
The R word.
R word.
What's the R word?
Racist
What-
or
what's
retard? Which one is it? I don't know.
What's the R word?
That's what I'm asking.
confused.
There's like several.
What's the word? Help me. Give me some
I said
options.
it's either retard or racist, right?
Reese's Pieces. That's one.
Oh.
Because, Halloween's coming up. So.
Oh, that's true.
Rhubarb pie? No. What's the
Radical.
R word? Radical. Oh, I don't know. Let's listen.
using negative connotations. Like calling, someone with the R word, or talking.
What R word? Retired?
It's got to be racist, right? I think that's what she's talking about.
No, she's talking about Donald Trump is derogatory and using. Here, let's listen again.
Speak with Anderson Cooper.
Somebody throw her. She might be hungry. Somebody throw her a burger or something.
Where she called
Give her
him a
Snickers.
fascist. Do you think that those two ideas go together, or?
Very much so. He is a criminal, and he is petty. His way.
Of all the things to be, petty is. I always say.
Oh, rapist. That's right. Someone said rapist. That's probably the R word she's talking about.
I believe that you should pet the sweaty, not sweat the petty.
Of trying to, he doesn't have.
It's not gross. It's
so
a part
gross.
of it. It just means you're really engaged. It means you're into it. It means it's a little hot outside.
No.
It's a little steamy in the bedroom. Come on.
Talking points.
Shower.
Well, when you're thinking of her, I mean, you would basically have to it'd be like swimming through Jello.
Oh, gross.
Swimming
That's
through
such
Jell-O.
an image I do not need in my head.
You base her.
Sweat on her upper lip.
That's right. She's like,
I'm gonna be sick now.
You
My
you go
God,
up to her and you're
guys,
like, baby.
gross.
You go up, baby. I'm gonna go shower, and she's like, I'm gonna go shave my lip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
God.
her back.
So
And her back?
you know
Is that
the-
what you said?
You know the old saying is that you just wrap her head in the U.S. flag and fuck her for old glory.
Oh, God.
Roll her in dough and find the wet spot. Slap her sides and ride the wave in.
He talks.
So horrible.
All right.
Oh my God.
All right, let's listen to the rest.
To people and about them. He can't come through and say, well, she hasn't done this policy. Instead, it's always using negative connotations. like calling, someone with the R word, or talking badly about like Puerto Rico. He doesn't know geography and understands that, it is a territory they're allowed to be here, right? Because they are citizens. I think that it's true. He is petty. He is a criminal, and he is extremely divisive. He's cruel. He's unkind, and
Listen, okay. I don't do this very often. I'm a little bitter tonight, so nobody take offense. It's just a joke. All right, listen to me. Don't get offended and upset. Don't be like, oh my God, well, I'm a little overweight, so therefore Matt's talking about me. Listen, my wife was $160, and I loved every inch of her, and she will tell you when she was pregnant, I don't give a crap. I am insulting this woman because she basically looks like Chris Farley.
She does.
And she's just an idiot, okay? It's not personal. Just stop. Don't get offended. It's just locker room talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Everybody gonna be okay? All right, good.
Yes, the only thing that he has to say is negativity. He doesn't have anything to actually say.
Can someone say one thing positive that she said? No? Okay.
Like even when he went on Joe Rogan, right? Supposed to be his guy, Joe finally stopped and was like, "You're not answering my questions. You're just talking about yourself."
Oh.
Well, and
was
he
he
never
raised in a
answered
middle
the
class family? Because I don't. He was, but-
That was quick.
questions.
Good one.
So I think she's right.
And question for either of you. What do you think Kamala Harris will do for the middle class? We hear a lot of people saying that she's also going to be a steady hand for the middle class, but we have been experiencing.
You know what I would say? I'd say, excuse me, ma'am, can I ask a question? I've just been listening here. Thank you so much. Can I have the mic? Give me the fucking mic, lady. Hi. I'm just wondering how you guys feel about inflation and the cost of D batteries and your social life taking a hit. Then fucking run like hell. Run, because the fat one, she's going to be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
But the other one with the jacket, she looks like she's got some long distance running in her
Nothing uses
jeans.
D batteries anymore. It's AA.
It's lithium ion.
It's all rechargeable now.
That's true.
Holy shit. What the fuck, ladies? Is this why you had to go to the dentist again for like the 6th time this year when you chipped your front teeth?
It's so horrible.
High inflation prices over the past 4 years. So for either one of you, whoever wants to answer, what is Kamala Harris going to do that Joe Biden couldn't for the middle class?
I think one of the things that she was talking about even tonight is stopping the inflation on prices. We have to remember where we came from. We have all of this inflation because...
Is it because we're going to turn the page?
But we're not going back. We're going forward.
But we're going to turn the page.
And be unburdened by what has been.
By what has been. And
or
be
whatever
middle class.
the heck that is.
Middle class.
Yes.
Got
and,
it.
COVID. And we always inherit the last presidency's problems and the...
So we are going to inherit Biden's problems because Donald Trump wasn't the last president.
Laws that are put into place usually don't take effect, right?
Okay.
Oh, God. She's great.
I can't. People look at her right now. She's just like Beelzebub. Her eyes are rolled back in her head. She's
her
saying,
watch is glowing or whatever's on her wrist.
Right. That's the bullshit detector. That's the liberal rage detector. She's ready to blow up. Listen to me. Laws take effect immediately and they have immediate impact. Okay? This isn't a retail location where you go ahead and change the schedule and 90 days later you find out whether your revenue is higher than before. You have to understand there are billions and billions of dollars invested in these and they make an immediate impact when you change things. Perfect example, gas prices, stock exchange, inflation, housing market. Look at what happened in a period of 2 or 3 weeks when COVID hit. What happened to the entire world's economy? One decision literally made impact. So don't tell me that it takes 4 years for this to happen, because the only thing that truly is honestly accurate about is tax. That's why you assholes pretend that Donald Trump's tax cuts were so bad, but you all voted them in 2021 and extended them to 2025. The tariffs in place in China? Yeah, you guys also kept those in place. Interesting. I wonder
I wonder.
Until the next one. And a lot of people also don't understand is that he talks about we're going to put tariff.
Angela, what happened? Hold on. Time out. Angela said she lost her best friend today. What happened, Angela? By the way, I did see Santana yesterday if people are still asking. Angela, just let us know what happened. Okay, please. And I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Horrible to hear that. All right, let's play this.
Some people, tariffs or taxes. And so that's double taxing because once it talks about we're going to put tariffs on people, tariffs or taxes. And so that's double taxing.
No, it's not.
What? Fuck. You can't triple stamp a double stamp.
You can't triple stamp a double stampy.
I would like to ask this lady. I'd like for her to come on the show because I would really. I have like questions for her. Like, what are you reading? Where are you getting your information?
I have a panoramic camera that we can fit you in.
Yeah. Golly, thanks, Gerald.
Serious, Jerry. Thanks, buddy. I don't. You know what? No, there's an IQ prerequisite. You can't come on my fucking show. No, I don't want you on my show. The entire panel. Listen, lady. If you happen to see this, I'm not doing this to her. I'm doing this for your own good. I'm trying to toughen you up a little bit. I'm trying to get you to understand that you put yourself out there and you all you had to say was, I don't know why I'm voting for her. I just don't like him. That's all you got to say. And I could at least respect that. I am not smart enough to know these questions that you're asking me. I'm just voting him because Orange Man bad. CNN told me to, and I'm just not going to vote for him. And you know what I would have said to you? Right on, sister. I would have respected you. I wouldn't have insulted you. But you're too fucking stupid to even do a scintilla of investigation into the bullshit you're spreading. And the fact that anyone put this out, any influencer said, oh, this is gold. Like they're cutting this video and they're like, oh, this is perfect. I got to put this up here. This lady is touting that this is like altruism from the Kamala Harris supporters. No, this shows that white liberal women are hands down some of the dumbest creatures on this planet. I'm sorry. That's my take.
Because once we've made a tariff, then we are now going to then tax again in the stores. So we're doubling again that price. So she talked to not.
You all know I'm Angel Eye, right? Yeah.
It was her best friend.
That's why we're asking.
She already said that. I don't think a lot of people realize it because it's different names. When people go on different, I don't realize I'm talking to the same person.
Yeah, but I'm not going to call her Angel Eye because she's Angela Ashkins. And even though I know that's Angel Eye, maybe she doesn't want me to out to everyone that she's Angel Eye. Angel, are you a white liberal woman? No, I'm kidding. I'm just joking.
About putting a, what was it that she said? She said, like, we're going to put a stop to that inflation. We're going to work hard to make laws to stop that inflation for that.
So tax breaks for middle class.
Sounds great
for the millionaires.
It's going to work hard.
Right now, that's who's getting it, and it's hard.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like a sexually dyslexic Siskel and Ebert.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, except double thumbs fucking down, right? Double thumbs down. Garbage. Complete unadulterated garbage. Here's another one.
She's not good enough to be garbage because we're garbage. Oh,
That's
wait.
right.
Is this Allie
That's right.
Beckley or whatever her name is? Is this Allison?
You know more than me. I don't know. Let me find out.
Is she the lady
We're
on
going around us.
Allie Beth Stuckey.
Every time.
Yes, that's who it is.
Okay.
Does she mess up because I like her?
No. Just stop assuming that everyone I put on, I'm going to hit.
I like her.
So this is Shannon Joy, who is anti-Trump and COVID vaccine. She's on the Spreely network, and I'm not a big fan. But that's okay, whatever. But she says, I completely reject this. What's fucking new, Shannon? Seriously, you reject everything. And she's a conservative, she says, independent.
Oh.
Jesus Christ never commanded us to vote for an evil or a lesser evil or to even participate in the Game of Thrones. Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, there wasn't a section in the Bible about voting. There also wasn't a section about laws. outside of the 10 Commandments, but you would agree that we need to have a few of those, because there's not specific things mentioned in the Bible. There wasn't a lot of directives on how to use a microwave. There also wasn't a directive on how to run away from dinosaurs when we were supposedly running around with them together on the planet. So although I appreciate what you're saying, it's just a euphemism. Nobody actually believes I'm choosing the lesser of two evils. It's just a saying. So she says Shannon says he rejected the worship of political idols and condemned the political factions of his day for their corruption. The Pharisees and the Sadducees, right? Sadducees. And he had a special condemnation to hell for the ultra-religious false prophets who were leading his sheep astray. This is completely absurd, not biblical, and should be cast aside with all due respect. Oh, yeah, it sounded very respectful. Shannon Joy very much is reminiscent of a white liberal. Because I don't only hit liberals, I hit conservatives. Here is, what's her name? Elizabeth Stuckey?
Allie Beth. Yeah, I love her. I really do like her. So.
Well, here's Allie Beth, and this is what Allie Beth has to say. Let's see if we take umbrage with this.
And she doesn't like Catholics, but I still like her.
Well, I don't either. Okay. Well. You're on here because I didn't know you were Catholic, and then I found out. I'm like, shit. Now what do I do? So was Game of Thrones in the Bible? Did I miss that chapter? Was that in? Was that in like the Draconian 212 or something? No?
You talk about dragons, so maybe there was like a whole...
I'm sure it did.
There's dragons. I don't know.
Yeah. There's a bunch of let's throw in some elves and some dwarves. Let's see what you can do with the bastard sword. Here you go.
Got giants. We got it all.
Frost giants, the undead, let's just, All right, here we go.
Every election for all of time has been a decision between the lesser of two evils. Every time. Every election has been a decision between two sinners. There's only one perfect person that has ever lived. His name is Jesus, and he is already king, so he doesn't need our votes.
Angela, and I love you. You know that. And you've been on this show for a long time, so I am very sorry for your loss. Yes, I know who you are. I just didn't want to out you. So God bless and hang in there, kiddo.
You're not voting for your pastor or your mentor or your friend. You are not voting based on vibes. You are not voting based on skin color or gender or any of these things that are superficial. Personality lasts 4 to 8 years. Policy lasts not only your lifetime, but the lifetimes of your children and grandchildren.
Not of your Joe Biden, because you have executive. Okay. Anyway.
Vote on things that will be here today and gone tomorrow. Vote on policy, the things that will last.
So where did she say lesser of two evils? What is up Shannon Joy's ass? Does anyone want to explain it to me? Amy, you're a Bible thumper. What do you think?
I agree with her. Yes, I agree with her. I mean, she's basically saying the lesser of two evils because of the fact that we are all imperfect humans. There is no one living right now that's not a sinner. We're not worthy of anything, but we have Jesus who saved us all. So the only perfect person. So she's using it that way. It is what it is. So I do agree with her on that point. If you're looking at it through the lens of theology in the Bible, but
but is it really the lesser of two evils?
I think it depends on your beliefs, right? If you are an atheist who hates children, then you would probably not like Donald Trump because he doesn't believe in killing babies. He's all for, having a sovereign nation. I mean, he's more biblical. If you look at the facts, he wants a sovereign nation. He wants to close our borders. I personally have a feeling that he doesn't believe in abortion to where his stances are publicly, but I understand what he's doing. I think that he doesn't agree with that. It's odd to me that his wife is all for abortion, but that's whatever. I just think he sounds more, yes, he's not perfect, but I will take him any day over Kamala Harris.
Thank you, Kamala, for your answer. Is he evil?
Yes. No.
No.
Not in my
So
opinion.
why is it? So why is it the lesser of? Well, hold on. Is somebody's level of evilness, right, based upon? Hold on, about your opinion, or is it based on fact? So what you're saying is the very definition of someone being evil is an emotional decision, not a factual one. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think so. Even in biblical terms, because we are not Christ, we cannot decide which sin outweighs other sin. Like he sees it differently than we do. We're human. So
Sure.
yeah, I would agree
Liv,
with that.
what
It's
do you
emotional.
think? What do you think? Do you think evil is an emotional judgment or a logical, factual based moniker to put on somebody?
You would think it would be logical.
No. What is
opinion,
it? Is it logical or emotional?
I think it's emotional because what I think is evil, I think Hitler is evil, but there are people out there who think Hitler is like the most amazing person that ever lived. And he is fucking evil, killed 11 million people. He's evil. But to them, that's cool. And so Hitler is not evil in their eyes. So evil is definitely, yes, it can go by facts and technically it should, but it is an emotional decision because what I consider evil, my neighbor may not consider evil.
So what you're saying is evil is not objective, it's subjective. Objective being that there are rules to the cosmos and basic understandings that we live by, which would be an objective, versus subjective, which is using personal experiential learnings to dignify, quantify, or expel if someone is truly good or evil. So what we're saying is that good and evil is subjective. It's not objective.
No, I think it's subjective. I think Kamala Harris is evil. She gets her jollies from ripping families apart.
Wait a second. Stop. We're crossing. I need to identify what we're talking about here. Objective, subjective. Objective means that without your opinion, something stands. Basically what it is. Subjective means that there is no common good, common law, common agreement in this cosmos where we all agree that something is inherently good or bad. So if I say to you that somebody shooting up a school full of children, is that not objectively bad?
Yes, that's evil.
So it's objectively bad.
But you have those outliers. So it's like, how many outliers? Okay. Well, that's what I'm asking, because there are the outliers of like the crazy people who are like,
yes,
idolize those people.
But an individual's overall psychosis does not define whether something is evil or not. Right. What we're saying is that if you take a group of 10 people and you stick them on one side of a planet, you take the other 10 on the other side of the planet, going in and killing kids in a school is going to be bad in both places.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, you would hope so with humanity. But we know this isn't true because the Mayans and the Aztecs and the Incans and the Omegans, where they went ahead and slaughtered hundreds of thousands of people to some pagan god. And they found nothing wrong with that. So the question is, can something be objective and subjective at the same time?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So therefore, when we say the lesser of two evils, you're not really choosing the lesser of two evils, because if you make that choice, because objectively evil would never be a choice that we would make. So we go ahead and dignify our actions by saying this person's evil, but this person isn't. We're not saying less evil. We're saying they're just not evil, because in a society and in a moral society, objectively, we would never choose evil because it will be detrimental to us. So when she says you have to choose between the lesser of two evils, I hate to say I kind of agree with Shannon Joy here. Shannon Joy is saying don't vote for either of them. What I'm saying is don't use good and bad and evil and not evil. Do from a subjective standpoint, say how this will impact me and leave good and evil out of it. And if evil will be the result, well, then as a human society, we should all repudiate evil to begin with because it's not in our best interest. So what I'm trying to say is people use the word evil and good and Nazi and shit way too much, racist. I think evil is overused. I've seen evil. I've seen people go into a mosque and fucking clack a vest and kill women and children. That's evil. I've seen people go into a village and gang rape a woman, 32 different men. That's fucking evil. Okay? Nobody would ever say, that's good. That's so good. Except for the people who are evil. The other 31 men involved in that will say it's good. So my point is that the only people who are trying to sell that evil is okay are evil people. So it really bothers me when Trump supporters who are Christians and God-fearing people say it's the lesser of two evils. Because if you're God-fearing, you're a Christian, why are you even involved in evil? Am I making any sense or am I completely off base here? Help me understand.
I think you're making complete sense. I will tell you, because I do follow her a lot. I watch almost every one of her shows. I didn't see this clip. I'm assuming she just had a conference that she hosted. It looks like it's from that conference. She talks about Donald Trump and how we should vote for him almost every single day. She's a huge supporter of his, but she also says, same thing I do, I wish he didn't have all the stances he has. I think she's using that term to appeal to an audience that are Christians that don't want to vote for Trump. And I think she's using that terminology.
Did she say evil?
Yeah, she said the lesser of two evils.
She did say the lesser
see.
of two
I didn't
evils.
hear her say
That
it.
was at the very beginning, one of her first statements.
Can I
that
listen
she
to
said.
it again?
Yeah.
Because I'm not disagreeing with her. I'm actually agreeing with her. I'm disagreeing with
Every
Shannon Joy.
election for all of time has been a decision between the lesser of two evils.
Oh, see, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. Sorry. I don't think the choice between Mondale and Reagan was evil. It was the lesser of two evils. I don't think that the definition between Obama and Romney was the lesser of two evils. I don't. Clinton and Bush Sr., maybe. Two different types of morally objective people. I don't think Nixon and Kennedy was the lesser of two evils. I don't know. Do you think every election in our time was choosing the lesser of two evils, Ames?
No, I don't feel that way.
Okay.
But I have felt that way before when I was voting. I have felt
me too.
Like, oh my gosh, I don't want to vote for either of these people. Who can I vote for that I can live with? I
agree with you. Like in 2016, it was clear cut to me that was a lesser of two evils. And I didn't know Trump very well, but I didn't like the things I knew about him and wound up loving him and voted for him in 2020. But I think that's a fair case. Liv, what do you think? Do you think every election you've been involved in is the lesser of two evils? Like, who would you consider evil, who you voted for? Would you consider Joe Biden evil?
No. The only two people that I would consider evil, honestly, three. Mm-hmm. Harris, Clinton, and Obama. Those are the three I would consider in my lifetime. But I've only voted. This is only my fifth election. So, and the last two and this one will be Trump. So technically, I really haven't voted for many people. But yes, in my lifetime, those would be the three that I would consider evil. I don't consider Joe Biden evil. I didn't consider Obama evil the first time in 2008. I considered him evil in 2012 after he'd been in office for 4 years.
Right.
And I saw what he did. But I didn't consider, Lockbox, Gore. I didn't consider Gore evil either. I just considered that that was just an election between two morons. I mean, there wasn't really anything else with that one.
That's kind of true.
So, but
it's like the lesser of two dumbasses.
Exactly.
Okay.
Strategery.
So, hey, I'm glad Jaeger got, I know, I'm the one that told you guys. Jaeger, damn it.
I've been calling him Jagger for the last 4 years.
You got it right, Amy. It was Olivia got it wrong. but I'm glad things are well, and I'm glad he had a great birthday. Thomas Griffith asked a good question. Now, do you disagree with part of her statement or the premise of the entire statement? I agree with a portion of the statement, starting it off the lesser of two evils. You know what I would love to hear is I would love to hear that this is not an election in the lesser of two evils. This is an election between good and evil. That's what I would have liked to have heard, because I truly believe that Kamala fucking Harris is evil.
I do too. But I will say this, and again, and I'm defending Allie only because I do follow her pretty closely. And again, she doesn't like Catholics, so like screw her. But I do love her.
Yeah.
But I don't think she dislikes Catholics. She just says a lot of mean things about us. But I think what she is saying, she is a true Bible thumper. Like her podcast is biblical. Like she talks about scripture and how it relates to everything we do, like what's going on. That's why I like her. Donald Trump, in her mind, is not the most biblical person, but he is the best one to vote for. So I think that's why I'm speculating. I think that's why she's using that terminology, because I do follow her. I see where her mind is. I see where she goes with her, like, they're not sermons, but she's kind of preachy. But
okay, time out. Somebody fucking ban. First of all, you should not have two first names, douche plow. Mark Jeff, just fucking delete this guy.
Where's he
fucking
at?
Korean farmers. You guys, you're such douche plows. Can you come up with? It's the same formula. Excuse me for my impetuance of imposing my opinion upon all you, but friends are the greatest things in the world, and my nipples are hard as I talk about it. Would you possibly send me a PM and be my friend? Facebook, Mark Jeff, ban his ass.
Yeah. So
Pardon my manners.
I can't see him. Somebody else is going to have to get him.
Try English, dick face. All right. So somebody ban Mark Jeff. Mark Jeff. That's worse than three named Karens. Listen, Shannon Joy, I understand where Shannon's coming from. Shannon's point's completely just off. She's attacking this lady because she likes Trump. See, that's the problem with fucking Shannon. She's about as impartial as a frickin' stump. She hates Trump. So therefore, anyone who defends Trump, she's going to come after her. So fuck her. The problem that I have is that I just don't agree with, I agree everything what the lady said up until the point at the beginning where she said the lesser of two evils. I don't find Trump to be evil. I think that's stupid. I think it's like saying Joe Biden's evil. I don't agree with you. I've watched the man for 48. He has no scruples. He has no morals. He has literally enriched himself on Americans' backs. He lies. He's deceitful. He's a sinner. And he is the prototypical human fucking being without a conscience. But he's not evil. Oh my God, ban Mark Jeff.
I can't find him. I can't see any of
Somebody ban this fucking guy, please. It's literally the biggest post you've ever seen. It's my Johnson in digital form.
The thing is, I don't think I see all the
Oh my
comments.
God, somebody's got to. We've got like 47 mods. Somebody ban him. Mark Jeff, Facebook.
Glenn, Amy, somebody. I can't see him.
Real simple. Get rid of his ass. Ban him. Okay, so that's it. So I understand where you're coming from. I like her. I think she's smart. I think she makes good points. I think she brings religion into politics fairly well. What do you mean you can't see him? Daddy's got to get involved.
Yes. Somebody just said that she was comparing them to Jesus.
Okay, let's listen.
Well, she was saying, no, it's
go ahead,
perfect.
Amy.
That's what she was saying, that we all are imperfect. The only perfect person to ever live was Jesus. That's what she was saying.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah. That's why we have to kind of lower the bar, is what she's saying, because if we're trying to establish perfection in a human, this is a false cause. And anyone who pretends would be a false prophet. I get what she's saying. I agree with everything she's saying, minus the fact that this election is a choice between the lesser of two evils. In my opinion, she's watering down the message in order to get people who don't like Trump to vote for him. And I think that is the wrong point. I think you need to give them permission to vote for him, not by saying he's the lesser of two evils, saying he's not evil. He is a sinner and he is a man, and your expectations of turning him into a prophet are false and wrong, and you need to stop. That is the message I think she tried to convey and she failed at. That's just my personal opinion.
I agree with you.
Okay, good.
Like I said, I like her, but I don't agree with everything she says, clearly. But I do like her, and I like her. I like that she's very biblical. She
I like her.
Everything's very scripture with her.
Yeah. I just don't agree with Shannon Joy's way she got around to it, but I agree. I disagree, but not because of what Shannon Joy said. I can't find him. Mark Jeff. Yep.
Amy said she got him.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Amy. Okay, good conversation. That was a good dialogue. I mean, I appreciate a good conversation like that. There's a few things, folks. There's been some burning of ballot boxes in Oregon and Washington. Now, does anyone remember what I said about Oregon the other night?
Yes.
That you think it might go red.
That's not what I said.
Next time. By the next election.
Yeah, next couple elections, I think it's red. But it is showing more Republicans have turned out for early voting than Democrats. This is huge. And folks, Kamala Harris is shitting her panties. I'm just letting you know. This is Annalisa Brody Langell.
Lizards don't wear underwear, so how could she be doing that?
Funny. Annalise Brody Langell. Now, it's a three-namer, so I'm crossing my fingers. Hold on. Let me just... Okay, here we go. Jesus never chose, I think, sinless people to be his apostles. Hold on. He chose the right men to spread his message. Okay. Amy, when you read this, what does it say to you? And Liv, what does that mean to you when you read that? Jesus never chose sinless people or people without sin to be his apostles.
Yeah, because no one is without sin.
That's correct.
So he just chose good men to be his apostles. And
so are we saying that Donald Trump is anointed by God?
No.
Don't know. She might be commenting on the last segment of what we were just talking about.
Annalise, give us more. Tell us are you applying that to that implying, I'm not saying you are, that Donald Trump is an apostle, or that we should look as Jesus did and trust his judgment and know that all men are sinners. Therefore, us expecting men to be without sin is a fool's errand. I think that's what you're saying. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure I represent you properly. By the way, welcome to the show. I've never seen you here before. I'm really good at that.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I don't believe that Donald Trump is some kind of special anointed person. I do not believe that, even though he had the Ark of the Covenant, the model, apparently the replica in his house.
I know. Isn't that hilarious? Paula, I agree with you. I think that's what she's saying. But what I've been trying to do lately is really dive into what people are saying and show them the respect of trying to understand before I make assumptions. I'm working on that. So that's it. So the boxes immediately, they came out and said that Republicans were burning boxes in Washington and Oregon because obviously these are blue counties. It's interesting because the incendiary devices that they used also had more messages on it that said "Free Gaza."
Oh.
They have also found a couple high school kids that were involved. No, yes, what you just said. Perfect. Thank you, Annalise. It's Annalise, right? Annalise Brody
Yes,
Langell?
that's what it looks like, Annalise.
I think I got that right. I hope I got your name right. And you have three names and you sound completely okay. And not that there's anything wrong with three names. We just know that everybody who does have a problem has three names. It doesn't mean you do.
Our daughter goes by her three names now, too.
That explains a lot about my daughter. So here is MSNBC diving in. We'll talk about Pennsylvania. We're going to talk about some of the things in Michigan. There was a report that there was someone who voted like 37 times. Okay, everyone relax. If they know someone voted 37 times, then the system is working. Relax. Let's watch this, though.
We have breaking news from the Trump campaign involving a lawsuit against Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Let's go back to NBC's Dasha Burns. Dasha, what do we know about this?
All right, so we just received an email from the Trump-Vance campaign saying that they have filed a lawsuit over voter suppression in Pennsylvania. The press release states that this is a direct violation of Pennsylvania's right to cast their ballot.
Annalise, please don't take offense to the three-name thing. It's a joke on this show. It's been going on for 4 years. You will find that we will go after three-name people, and the three-name people who love the show will be like, hey, why are you doing that? But you're going to find out that all the liberal left women who are absolutely nuts are three-name named women, usually named Karen. You're not included. Don't ever take offense, but we kind of joke around about it. It's just a thing we do here.
All voters have a right to stay in line, claiming that Bucks County, Pennsylvania has been turning away voters. Now, we're looking into all of these claims, Jose, but as I said to you earlier, Pennsylvania has been a specific focus for the Trump campaign when it comes to these claims of voter suppression. The former president posting earlier claiming that there's fraud going on, widespread fraud in Pennsylvania, which we have not seen evidence of. And Bucks County in particular, Jose, is a pretty critical county. It's one of the collar counties around Philadelphia, the suburban counties where both the Trump campaign and the Harris campaign really need to run up their numbers. It could be those counties surrounding Philadelphia that could be the tipping point in this election. So the fact that they are focused in on Bucks in particular is significant, Jose.
So let me just make this statement, and then I want the ladies to cue in, okay? Darla, I saw your message. Any man that tells me that Donald Trump is anointed by God, I'm sorry. I have no desire to listen to them because they don't know. And unless God has come down and declared this, you're a false prophet. So I'm sorry. I'm not a big fan of the Pope. Just not.
Not this one.
No, I'm not any of them. And I don't believe that that any man should be worshipped on this God's green earth. And that's just my belief. And I don't mean to come after. I'm not coming after Amy. I love Amy. I love Catholics. I love Jews. I love Gentiles. I don't care. You should be. Your religion's a bunch of crazy fuckos. So yeah. I don't. It's just right back at you. I'm sorry. I don't mean that. I think people need to worship in the way that they find most convenient, celebratory, and fulfilling for themselves. And I don't care how they do it. Minus sacrificing chickens to Cthulhu. You need to worship how you want to worship. And I'm not here to judge you. My point is I don't believe any man should say Donald Trump's anointed by God. And I know this because right then you just lost me because you don't know. And God doesn't speak to you. And if God does speak to you, then you need to demonstrate how. Because usually what you'll hear is something similar to this. Jesus speaks to me. He talks to me from the heavenly communication box known as my soul. And if you give $49.99 right now a month, I promise you that I'll tell God that he loves you and you love him. Buy my new book, God, Me, and You. I don't buy into that shit. Just like I don't buy in Dinesh D'Souza with a stolen election. You can pay $29.99 for the greatest story ever told outside the Bible of how the 2020 election was stolen, but you're not going to look at it unless you give me $30. Give me a break, okay? It's snake oil salesman bullshit. If God has chosen Donald Trump, then God has a plan, and he doesn't need me to acknowledge or verify his actions. Darla, don't get offended. Darla, if you're going to get offended, then don't bring it up, right? You said, and just with all due respect, I want to make sure that I quote you properly, okay? You should watch the faith thing Trump went to and hear what Jonathan Cahn's message to Trump was from God. Yes, God chose Trump. Okay. How am I misrepresenting what you said? Help me understand. Yeah. What, Amy? What am I wrong?
I'm with you. I just don't believe that. I do not believe that Trump is anointed in any way by God. If I'm wrong, well, I guess time will tell. I think God stepped in and saved his life for sure. I do believe that.
Possible.
I do not believe that he is like some chosen savior to help us here on earth. And not because he has flaws or anything. I just don't. I don't see him speaking God's word the way it should be spoken. So
I think that whole talk, and I mean, I could just be pulling this out of my ass, but I saw a lot of talk of this is the end of times. And that
who, where, what, when?
In 2016, 2020.
Who said
it was
this?
2020.
Trump?
Just a lot of talk on
okay.
internet, on our chats, on Facebook. It was all over. And this is the end of times. And it's the three are supposed to come down and the false prophets or whatever and blah, blah, blah. I haven't read Revelations in quite a long time, so I don't quite remember everything.
Okay.
But that's what people were saying, that this is the end of times.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the correlation between Trump being anointed by God and chosen by God to save us and our country comes from the people who think that this was the end of times. That's my thought on the whole thing. I don't agree with any of it, but that is my thought of where that came from.
Paula Yont says, Matt, you poking comments about us crazy Catholics, it's all giggles and shits until you need an exorcism.
Yep.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Paula,
It's so true. See, we're all folks, we're family here. We're joking around. We're having a good relax. Don't take this so personal, okay? Yeah. You're being brought into the conversation because we care about you and we just disagree. I put it up. Here's the prophetic word for Trump from Jonathan Cahn. Let's listen to it. It's 3 minutes. Let's give it a listen. Oh my God. I'm deaf. I can't hear. Lord.
The scripture that was
See? Ask and you shall receive, folks. If you donate to The Dumb Show, I can help you too. TheDumbShow.com/donate. No false prophets here.
Oh, goodness.
Humor, folks. And when the lightning comes down, move over. Hit Olivia. All right, here we go. Let's listen.
Of your birth spoke of the bringing of God's vessel, a trumpet, into the world. President Trump, you were born into the world to be a trumpet of God, a vessel of the Lord in the hands of God. God called you to walk according to the template. He called you according to the template of Jehu, the warrior king. He called Jehu to make his nation great. Again, Jehu came to the capital city with an agenda to drain the swamp. Jehu forged an alliance with the religious conservatives of the land, so it was your destiny to do the same. To come to power, Jehu had to prevail against the nation's former first lady. So to come to power, you had to prevail against the nation's former first lady. Jehu overturned the cult of Baal by which children were sacrificed. So God chose you to overturn America's cult of Baal, Roe versus Wade, by which millions of babies were sacrificed. And you set it in motion.
Nobody mocked God. Nobody mocked God. Give it a rest. Nobody mocked God. Give it a rest.
Also, God has a great sense of humor. If you read the Bible, he cuts up on everybody.
He made liberal women. I'm pretty sure he has a sense of humor. Okay? I'm not mocking God. I'm mocking pastors who collect money and steal from the freaking poor and try to fill people with false hope and false profiteering. No, I'm not mocking God.
Day that was appointed from ancient times to cause a nation to turn away from its sin. There are so many mysteries to your life, but before you were born, God ordained that you would walk into his destiny, and that if he should now bring you to the height of power, it will be for his glory. It will be the last act and maybe America's last chance of redemption. But for that to happen, you must seek him with all your heart. Follow him with all your might. Jehu was born to make his nation great again by turning it back to God. So are you. America can only be great again if America turns back to God. You are a trumpet of God, and the trumpet can only fulfill its purpose if it's filled with the breath of the one who holds it up and blows through it. God is the one who lifted you up, and he wills that you be filled with the breath of his spirit. God is calling you to go all out for God, for him, and if you do, then what follows will be the greatest and most glorious part. Then you will do what no president has ever done. You will be the vessel God used to bring America back, to touch history and to change the world. For the Lord has spoken. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. Now arise and shine, for your light is come, and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. To the glory and in the name above all names, the name of Messiah, Jesus, Yeshua, the light of the world, the Messiah of Israel, the King of all kings, and the only hope America has, that it might yet again shine with the light of the fire, of the power, of the glory of the living God. Amen.
Wow. Okay. My thought was, I wonder if this pastor or whoever, and whoever listens to him and believes him, thought Trump was God's trumpet when he was a Democrat and buddy with the Clintons. Just a thought. Because he was a Democrat and he rubbed shoulders with the Clintons and all the other people. So
she said it. I didn't say that.
Just a
She
thought.
said it. When you loose your venom upon thee, it's focused at her, the harlot.
I am the harlot.
I didn't say those things.
I just a thought. That's all. That's
Amy?
I mean, this guy said it perfectly himself. Which is not happening. That's what I think I said it before he did. God, if Trump was anointed in some way by God, well, Trump would know that, and he would be doing all things in God's name. He would be giving all the glory to him. Instead, he's like, he wants us, the Americans, to be like lifted up and have a better life. He's not saying like, God has chosen this for you guys, and this is not the word. He's not speaking the word of God, is my point. And I don't foresee that happening.
Okay.
Maybe it will. It'd be great, but I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah, my only thoughts on this is that the message was powerful, delivered with a lot of passion.
Yeah.
And I agree with the final statement that we all need to be brought to God. I believe that. And I think what's missing from our country is the word of God. And it's beset upon us to find it again and bring some humanity back into this experiment. I agree with that. I think the story. What?
We could do a dumb show Bible study.
Yeah, I think hold on. Nope, I'm sick that day, so I'm not able to make it. But you knock yourself out. Well, I'll just give you the passcode, and you can just go for it. I'm not motivated by that. But I think if that is the way people want to worship, then more power to them. I'm all for it. I will never challenge or disrespect outside of jesting somebody's religious beliefs. I think we all need more spirituality in the world. Do I believe that Donald Trump is anointed by God? No, I don't. But do I believe that God loves America? Not any more than he loves Israel, loves Russia, loves Africa, loves China. I think he loves people. And I think inherently he understands that men are sinners and they make horrible mistakes and horrible decisions. And God is love. So to assume that God is hate, or to assume that he prefers one country over another, I think is ridiculous. The fact that that anyone would think that God is watching to ensure that Kamala Harris loses and Donald Trump wins, I just think that's very petty for a God to be focused on.
I would also assume.
Can I finish my thought?
Yes.
So I think, can I finish? Excuse me, can I finish?
I'm talking here.
I'm talking here. So I think that my point about this whole thing is not that I know, because I don't know if God's anointed Trump or not. I just don't believe that when the Denver Broncos and Knicks goes and scores a touchdown and he points up, that God points down and goes, that was for you, buddy. Just as much as I don't think that when Knicks gets sacked 17 times, that God goes, there you go, buddy. I'm not mocking God. I'm mocking the ridiculousness that Jesus cares about a football game. Okay? So I think we assign too much blame to God and not enough credit. And we always want to focus on the bad and aside the bad things, but we never want to go ahead and glorify the good things that take place. And I think that's a travesty. So when someone says, I think Trump is protected by God, as we all should be, right? Because God is love, and that is the message of Christianity. And it's the only religion on the planet that its only message is love. I don't think men know God's will. And I don't think they should ever pretend that they do. Okay? That's just my belief. I think they can help discern and disseminate the word of God, as long as Amy's epitaph to that asterisk is that they do it in the name of God and his glory. So I appreciate the video. I watched it. I still feel exactly the same way that I did. Any man that tells me, now I understand that real quick, that was like a parable, right? So he's using a parable to relate to something today. And I get it. I know what he's saying. And it's a very beautiful thing. Trumpet. Make America great again. I see everything that he did. There, Vice President Kamala, the harlot. I get it. It's a good story. But I think that you can tie things together very purposefully to mean anything you want. And I don't know if that's actually what the story was designed for, because what you're doing is you're putting blinders and you're putting a canal around that story that it was only meant for one thing in this moment in time, and any lessons that we could derive from that throughout history are insignificant. Do you see what I'm saying? You're taking one piece of the Bible that is supposed to be a lesson that we can go ahead and learn throughout time and saying that it was specifically for this one moment and only this one moment. I think that is a little presumptuous, and I think that you don't have any reason to do that other than it's a really cool thing to fire some people up, but I don't know if I agree with it. Did that make any sense? I don't know, maybe not. Olivia, go ahead.
So I would think that if God were to choose one nation, he would choose the chosen people. He'd choose Israel, I would think. But if he's going to favor a country over another, I think that he would go for the third world countries, the ones that are starving and famine and civil war. China, places like that. I mean, I know China's a first world, but China is a horrible, horrible country. Why wouldn't you try and focus on a country like that who don't even know he exists? They praise another god. So why wouldn't he focus on...
They praise Mao.
Yeah, why wouldn't he focus on other countries, not America? If that's where... that's just my thought.
Read that. That's a really
God
good...
does not interfere in the ways of man. He is here to save your soul, not the earth. Very good. Amen.
It was very good conversation. And honestly, one that I am not an expert in. And I always tread expeditiously through these conversations because I'm not an expert. I have read every form of religion that I can get my hands on, and I'm still looking for the answer. I'm not here to disrespect God. I'm not mocking God. I'm mocking false prophets. And at least I have the dignity and honesty to say that I will never pretend that I am a perfect Christian or I have the answers, because I have my own doubt and I'm on my own journey and I struggle with my faith. And I think it's very fake to sit here and pretend that I have some sort of altruistic faith that is impenetrable when it's not. It's fragile. It's vulnerable. It's constantly challenged. And I have to bring myself back to humility so my brain doesn't talk me out of it. I am my own worst enemy, and I've always been. And I constantly sabotage my relationship with God. And I just have to realize at some points, whenever I want to feel humbled and God isn't doing the trick, which it should every time, I try to understand the expanses of space. And very quickly, after I get to about 7 or 8 layers deep of the size of space, I just give up and realize that my mortal mind can never conceptualize the confines of space, the expansion of space, the overall insignificance of who we are and where we are, and why this one location was chosen. Every time I doubt, I just think about that. And I realize that even atheists have faith. Atheists have to have faith that there is nothing. The belief in nothing. The belief that after we die, you've never experienced it, you just believe that. Well, then that's faith. So everybody shares a belief in something, but not necessarily the same beliefs. And that's why I never try to encroach on people's faith. And I would ask that you wouldn't encroach and judge mine. That's it. Okay? Cool. Good talk. Fun. Jonathan Kahn. If you want to go follow him, you can. Don't get him upset, or otherwise you will experience the wrath of Khan.
I knew that was coming.
Spock, Klingons on the starboard bow. Wrath of Khan has written a book called The Dark Prophecy. Please pick it up now. My God, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a scientist. The Dragon's Prophecy is a book by James Caan. If you liked what you heard, great. Go buy the book. It's there for you. Dragon's Prophecy.
Or just read the
What did you say?
I said, or just read the Bible.
Right. There's always a book. There's always a book sale at the end of this. It always amazes me. There's always a book. And if you're going to read a book, probably read the Bible. You know, that's at least Donald Trump sold a Bible. Donald Trump sold a Bible. At least he did that. I mean, it wasn't like, ladies and gentlemen, I want to sell you a book that I wrote. It's good. It's great. Some say the best ever. The best story ever told. Some say.
Yep.
The Bible, written by Donald Trump. Here you go. He didn't do that. Okay. Good show tonight. I love shows that wax the intellectual. I want to show you a video.
I had the best words.
Lincoln Project. They're back. I showed this video earlier. Me too. I showed this video earlier today, and I wanted to get the ladies' opinions because this ultimately, I just want you to watch it and tell me your feelings, tell me your thoughts. Darla, I'm not mad at you. And you said you weren't saying that I was mocking God. That's completely fine. I'm not mad. I never was mad. I don't get mad over stuff like this. I just wasn't mocking God, and I don't want anyone to assume that I did. Okay? That's all. I don't do that. I've learned. There was a time I did. I don't do it anymore. Okay? He has been good to me. He has helped me. He has blessed me with a beautiful family. He has given me an amazing show with all of you. And I give him that credit. I really do. Because there's no damn way that I did this by myself. I did it with my wife, and I give her most of it because she is godly in her own right. And one of the greatest things in the lines I've heard from the movie Crow is, mother is the word of God on the lips of all children. And that is so fucking true. She is my absolute muse, and I love her and I appreciate her. Amy, she's just along for the ride. But everyone else in
Thank you, but yet you don't take my topic ideas for the show.
Amy's Catholic. It's not that I don't take them. It's that you just throw me a link and expect me to throw it in there and talk about it. You have to be prepared. And what you do is say, I'm ready to present my topic, and present your topic. So you're next and you can present your topic. See?
Oh, okay.
You should, because I want you to bring your own topic. I don't want to do it for you. So we'll show this and then we'll do that. But anyway.
We can do it on Friday. That's cool.
No, we'll do it now.
No, it's 9.
We're doing it now. Here is the... Listen, don't let that muse shit go to your head. Okay, here's the video. Watch this.
I'm very highly educated. I know words. I have the best words. I don't know what I said. I don't remember.
She would not have been the chosen one. She would not have been the chosen one. I've done more for the black community than any president since Abraham Lincoln. It'll start getting cooler. You just watch.
I wish science agreed with you.
I don't think science knows, actually.
When you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Whatever you want. Grab them by the...
You can't do it, Vladimir. You do it, it's going to be a bad day. And I told him things that what I do, and he said, no way. And I said, way.
You know, I do have to give them credit for one thing in that commercial, that they didn't put
I'm very highly educated.
White girl in there for the black comment, because that, you know.
I was just thinking how diverse it was.
Only one black guy.
It made it so, more realistic. Amy, your thoughts about using kids for a political campaign video if he's supposed to be damaging
that was my
kids?
first thought. Where are these
Go ahead.
parents? Where are the parents of these children? One.
They're liberal
2,
white women. Of course they're for it.
2. My kids talk about Donald Trump all the time, and they say like things like they don't like Kamala Harris, and I'm like, well, what? I'm like, well, why? Because you're 10 and almost 8, so you don't have a reason to dislike anyone. And I'll tell them, we have friends that will support the other people that we're not voting for, and that's okay. We can still be friends with them. I would never put my kid in a political commercial. I wouldn't put my kid in any commercial. Just would not do it. That's just my own personal beliefs. Two, I feel bad. I would like to see where these kids are in 10 years. And I really want to follow up with all these kids and see where they are in life. I'll say something I'll regret. They all click losers.
I just think it's interesting that their co-founder diddled kids and sent sexual images to little boys, and they have even the ability to make a commercial with children in it and have a straight face. And second, that they weren't all arrested for doing so. Hey, parents, great job. Talk about grooming your kid for Hollywood. I guess you'll do anything for a commercial. That's what pissed me off. I didn't like it very much. Lincoln Project are just the depravity in that fucking company. God, if you're listening, it's me, Margaret, and I would appreciate if you could just give them all herpes. If you're listening, just oral and genitalia. Thank you. Amen. In his name. Amen. Okay. Was that mocking God? No, it wasn't. It was mocking people who are evil. And Lincoln Project is most assuredly evil. Olivia?
Yes.
Your topic. This is important. I care about it. Let's do this.
Okay, so my topic, I could not find a video. I looked, but I couldn't.
It's okay. So the article is in my inbox?
Yes. I sent it via our text.
Yeah.
Our text.
And then Amy's going to talk about the accidental video, and then we're going to go.
Okay.
What video? What accidental video? What?
The one you sent, Amy.
Oh, the one I was like, I don't know if this is real or not.
Yeah.
It's pop up today, but I didn't research it.
It's real. Go ahead.
All right. So saw this. Somebody sent it to me and saw this a couple days ago. And
Speak up,
so
please.
upset.
Speak up, please.
LCPS.
Speak up, please.
Oh my gosh.
Put your mic near your mouth.
It's in the same spot it's been the whole show.
Yes, and now but you're lowering because you're nervous.
I'm not nervous.
Yes, you are. I've been with you. Listen, I know when you get excited, and I know when you get nervous. Thank you very much. I think I know better than anybody, sweetie. Go ahead.
Olivia, do you want to go to the poll booth so we can?
Yeah, so you can vote.
We need to have a conversation.
So we can
The poll booth is the only place we can have a conversation in secret without our
place.
husbands knowing. It's our only safe space. Yeah.
You go ahead and circle in that little button, and I'll hit the Google button. I'll win. Okay, go ahead. Go for it.
All right. So LCPS, which is our children's school district, is at it again. You think they would have learned the first time when the superintendent got arrested and the public information officer got arrested. Both, I think, are in jail, and half the school board got fired or some.
Why was that, Liv? We talked about this today on the morning show. So tell everybody why, because people are like, "Is this real? Is Matt being honest?" Tell them.
So back in 2021, LCPS school board passed that the bathrooms in the schools were gender neutral. So if you identified as a girl, even though you're a boy, you can go into the girls and blah 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 blah. Well, in a high school, a boy who said he identified as a female went into a girl's bathroom and raped a ninth grader, a little girl. And LCPS swept it under the rug, didn't notify the parents of the high school that it happened in, and transferred him to a new high school and did not notify the parents of the high school that he got transferred to, and he did it again. So he raped 2 girls. And LCPS swept it completely under the rug. And the parents, one of the fathers, I think it was the 9th grade girl, he went to one of the school board meetings, and the school board had him arrested, and he was a domestic terrorist.
They beat
him. They had the police beat him at the school board meeting. And anyone who spoke out against this was considered a domestic terrorist.
And the FBI investigated them and put them on watch lists.
Yes. Also, the other part of this is LCPS, the school board, was allowing pornographic materials into elementary, middle school, and high school libraries. So our children, ages 5 and up, had access to pornographic material with pictures, not just words. There were pictures. And so many pissed off parents went to meetings And every single time they got shut down. And one of the meetings, the moms just took excerpts from each book and just read like a paragraph. And they were like, this is completely inappropriate to say and to have this spoken aloud at a school board meeting with a bunch of adults, even though these are the books you're putting in the hands of our 5-year-olds.
And they're like, that's the point.
That's the whole point. Well, they shut everything down. Well, the superintendent and everyone, they found a bunch of emails that they knew about it, and they found a bunch of emails that they said to specifically hide this, don't tell anyone about this. So they all got arrested. A bunch of people stepped down, blah, 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 blah,
They
blah.
had a secret group that was done by Ruth, whatever, Marks or whatever her name was, and where they ultimately created a Facebook group to dox the parents who were arguing about this, and then to have these parents go after them civilly, to shame them publicly, to release their address and phone number and harass them. And this was all done by the superintendent of the school.
Yes. So he is now gone. We have a new superintendent.
And
she, yes, the public information officer, and then the lead school board person stepped down and blah, blah, blah. So I didn't think they could do it again, but they did. Apparently a alleged illegal alien is going to a high school, brought a gun to his school, brought a gun and threatened to shoot another student. You would think they would expel him, right? No, they transferred him to another high school and swept it under the rug. Didn't tell any of the parents of the high school he was at, didn't tell any of the parents of the high school that he was transferred to, and swept it under the rug. It's now public information. The school district's being sued. Every single school board member needs to be fired. If I had the time, I would totally run to be school board. The school board members, they need to be completely the school board needs to be ripped apart. It needs to be replaced, every single one of them. The fact that they're trying to do this again just shocks the hell out of me. You think they would have learned the first time, but apparently stupid is as stupid does, and they didn't. So that's my opinion.
Amy?
Yeah, there was just a press release by the sheriff's department about another child being arrested associated with MS-13. So
That's
I don't know
him.
if that's
That's
related.
him.
Oh, is it the same one? That's why I'm like, I just saw the press
Yes.
release 2 days ago, and
That
I'm like,
is-
oh my gosh.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. So
Yeah, that was the one thing I forgot to say. He has MS-13 ties, and they still transferred him to another frickin' school.
Yeah. So, and that's like a real problem. That actually, it's like MS-13 has been in this area for a long time, and they're responsible for a lot of crime. They kind of moved them out further, but they're still really prevalent in our area, sadly. I can't say anything nice about a lot of anyone in a public office really here. I mean, there's a few good people, but even the people on the school board that are probably halfway decent, I don't know anyone personally. I did know someone personally before, but not now. They won't speak up because they're afraid, and they need conservative moms on this school board that we don't give a crap anymore. I would do it if my kids went to public school. I'd absolutely run for it.
Yeah.
But
I wish I had the time.
I'd never get in.
There's a lot of excuses, and but that is a time suckage. I mean, it really is, and I'm appalled by it. This is how Brandon Michon became friends of Amy and myself and Olivia. Is he was the dad that came out and said enough's enough.
Yep.
And he started this movement, Angry Dad. If you haven't seen it, and it's what had him run for office and why he was so successful. So I told you my story today about CPS and what they did to me. And they are using the law to bankrupt parents. And luckily, I'm just one of those people that you don't fuck with. And I'm louder than you are. And I'm more aggressive than you are. And I have no problem with making your life a living hell when you threaten myself or my family. Amy, wrap us up on this topic, and then I want to show you the other video.
I'll tie this back into Kamala because she's all for bankrupting parents and arresting them and just to, excuse my language, to fuck with us and mess with our families. She's all about tearing families apart. So she's all for this. She does not care about our children in any capacity at all. And Yeah, I would run for office. I think I have like the I don't give a fuck attitude anymore. I would never get voted in. No one likes me.
I'll do it with you. Like you and I on that board. Oh, that would be sweet. I'll be like, Amy Robinson, I'm going to go ahead and punt over to you. And then white liberal, like Karen Alley Smith. Excuse me, I'd like to shut the fuck up. Amy's talking.
I would want to be like Oklahoma, the governor from Oklahoma. I'd be like, we're going to put Bibles back in all the classrooms. It's a part of history.
Right.
You can't teach history without it. So
we're going to start every city council meeting with prayer. Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anything to melt these people down. Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Folks, we're going to go ahead and play a game. It's called Throw the Condom in the Trash Away from 20 Feet. Let's all throw condoms and contraceptive devices in the trash, whatever it takes. Folks, we're going to count rosary before we go, and we're going to use it as an abacus. Here's a quick video before we get to Amy's portion. This one, I just want initial reactions. I don't mind if the show goes a little long. People have given an ungodly amount of money tonight. Thank you so much. By the way, folks, thedumshow.com/donate. We are at the end of the month. We have officially hit it for now 20 days in a row. Day 21 is tomorrow, which will give us 100%. If you have the ability, please help us out. It's the end of the month. We're trying to close out the books for October and get into November. We got holidays coming and all that. The Dumb Show is paid for by us through you and your donations since Facebook destroyed our income. So we want to say thank you to the 170 plus that are on. We have almost 250 on tonight. Huge numbers. Here's this bye. Ladies and gentlemen, a commercial break. Anybody else need to go pee? I mean, show's on hold.
Soda. Don't judge me. Don't come at me, people. I need a caffeine. I'm just dragging today. So
You need a caffeine hit?
I took a caffeine pill and I'm drinking a soda because that's how tired I am.
Yeah, I hear that. Folks, quick Wimkin commercial till Olivia comes. Never mind. How in the fuck did you pee that fast?
She didn't wash her hands.
Do you just pull down and hover over the toilet and just like fly by? I mean, you look. Listen, the next time we have a fire in a forest around here, I'm just going to throw you up in the air and we're just going to douse that thing.
Anyone who's a mom can understand how you can pee in 10 seconds because you've got children knocking at the door and climbing on you.
Did you drip dry or did you?
No, I went. I'm good.
And you can do it in public while holding your shopping items, your child from touching anything, and your bag. So.
Oh yeah. I've had to pee many times holding 2 children in my life.
I just have to hold myself and negotiate. Like, okay, come on now.
What do you think's heavier, holding you or 2 children?
Let's get a drop. Well, they both weigh the same.
Exactly. That's what I was going
Let's
for.
get a drop. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. Oh, wait. Shit. I lost it. Then restart the process again.
Yeah, that doesn't. It just.
I'm kidding. My prostate is solid, man. I get up there and I just go. All right, folks, watch this quick video, and then we're going to do the other one. And donations, folks, that'll keep Olivia going. If you don't donate, she doesn't care. She's all about the money. She's all about the Benjamins, folks.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. I just don't know if I'll be able to own a credit card without my husband's permission in 7 days.
Oh, did I get too political? My bad. I just don't know if I want to get rid of overtime in 7 days.
Oh, I've gotten too political? My bad. I just want to make sure I have access to birth control in 7 days.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. I guess I don't know if I'm going to be a U.S. citizen in 7 days.
Oh, my God, you people are fucking stupid.
I got too political? My bad. I'm just worried I won't be able to love who I love in 7 days.
Oh, did I get political? My bad. I just don't want my mother to be denied her health care because she has a pre-existing condition.
Oh, I'm being too political? My bad. I'm just fighting for the future of my daughter.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. It's just that I don't know if my family in Western North Carolina will be warned of the hurricane coming in 7 days when the National Weather Service is gone.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. I don't want them to start rounding up immigrants.
You know, if you people were somewhat attractive or had a talent, you'd be okay. You people are all fucked. Like not one thing you have said. She's going to be okay. She'll be all right. But everyone else, nothing you've said is true. Nothing you've said is accurate. This is all bullshit. There hasn't been one president who has reduced government in 75 years. Nobody. None of them. No, they don't lower the deficit. They don't balance the budget. They expand government. Yes, even Donald Trump expanded the government. I don't know if you've heard a little thing. It's huge. It's called Space Force. Kind of big, kind of huge. Okay? That is expansion. No, it's not. We need it. It's still the expansion of government. Okay? Joe Biden, 89,000 IRS agents. None of them minimize the government. They spend more and they make it bigger. This is all fear mongering. I'll let you know when we get something that's true.
Report in 7 days.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. The only reason I have a daughter is because of IVF.
Why do you guys all have bitch tits? I mean, can you just do a fucking push-up? Just one. Seriously. Be men.
Wait, did he go through IVF or did his wife? That was my question.
Yeah, he went through in vitro. Yeah, because he's just, oh, look at this. This is great.
Not too political. I just don't really want JD Vance tracking my periods in 7 days. So
Nobody gives a fuck about your periods. There's not a man. Can I, lady? There's not a man who gives a shit. You know what I asked my wife? How are you today? Still broken. Okay. Yeah. That's it. So is it a light day? Is it a heavy day? Do you have cramps? Would you need some comforting? You know what I say? Can we have sex? No. Okay. We'll try again tomorrow. Is the baby factory open? Closed for business. Okay. Thanks so much. We don't care. In fact, we would appreciate it if we didn't know that you were on your period because you make such a big fucking stink about it every single fucking month. We can time it like a Swiss watch. You turn on us, you treat us like shit, you don't want to touch us, you hate us, you blame us. And then when you're done, you're like, oh, can we cuddle?
Political, my bad. I don't want Trump to take over the Board of Education, put in his lackeys, his loyalists, and have y'all continue to think that Puerto Rico is not a part of America.
Oh my God.
In the schools.
Did I get too political? My bad. I actually have more than one brain cell that fucking works.
That's just so stupid.
I want to go. I want to turn.
Okay.
Did I get too political? My bad. I don't want my daughter getting a concussion by playing a sport with a man. Did I do it good? Is that good?
That was really good.
Thank you.
I was really good. Did I get too political? Fuck you. It's a political show.
Yeah.
There's mine. How's mine? Was mine good?
Yes.
Was that good? Great.
You didn't say it with a Valley Girl accent like you're supposed to.
Oh my God, did I get too political? Well, if I did, fuck you. It's a political show, bitch. Is that better?
Love it. So good.
How did I do?
So good.
Listen, in the history of history, not one of those videos has ever changed a vote. Ever. Russian interference was more successful at changing votes than those fucking videos. Okay? So, Yenny, I swear to God, I'm going to get so political. Listen, there's an old adage. There's not enough room in this room to spin a dead cat. We're about to find out.
Don't eat her. Just don't eat her.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn her into a blanket.
Don't worry. I'm not Puerto Rican. I won't eat her. See? Mixed metaphors. Mixed metaphors.
Awesome.
See how...
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. If you want to change somebody's opinion, they have to like you. Do you know that? That's the first rule. Go read the book. Yenny, I swear to God.
She's got an opinion on this.
Go read the book. If you read the book, How to Influence Friends and Win Over People, you will find a absolute nugget in a field of trash like Puerto Rico. Come on down to Puerto Rico. You can have a very good... Okay, so buy the book. It's How to Win Over Friends and Influence People. And in there, it explains to you. It's real simple. It's an easy book to read. It even has pictures for all the liberals. It'll break down that people have to like you in order to change their minds. And if they don't, they won't listen to you. Now, I need to take my own advice sometimes because I am very... Thank you, Stephanie Flaherty.
Also, thank you to Bobby Richardson, who just ordered a jacket.
Bobby got the jacket. I want pictures.
I think a long sleeve tee and a hoodie.
Hoodie in the hood.
A salty hoodie.
Did that come with Skittles? Too soon? Too soon. Oh, sorry.
I'm confused.
Somebody will explain it. Maybe. Was that too Dennis Miller? Was that too Dennis Miller for everybody?
I don't understand.
Did the hoodie come with Skittles?
Oh.
Google hoodies and Skittles.
Got it.
Let me know what comes up.
I understand now.
What is it?
It said Trayvon Martin or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's Trayvon. Okay. It's very insensitive.
It's not too soon.
It wasn't too... He didn't do anything wrong. I mean, come on, man. That was... Okay, whatever. So the point is, is that Amy has some interesting information for us, and thank you for the jacket. Everyone who ordered a jacket, I think we're at like 10 jackets now. No, like 12. Take a photograph, send it in. We want to show people the jackets. They're bad. We're going to create a club. The Jets and the Sharks.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, dun, dun, dun,
I'm in.
dun.
Can I just chime in about Puerto Rico really quick? I
Oh,
saw
fuck.
I just want to talk about, because I love Puerto Rico. There were so many
No,
people
you
putting
don't.
videos out.
No, you don't. I've never heard you mention Puerto Rico.
Oh, because we don't tell
Except
people
when-
when we go, because we leave and we can come back. We do it in like 2 days. Go get some
Oh.
beach time. We come back. We never tell people. It's such a quick.
So when you guys go there, do you go to the beach and get trashed?
We do. I will say a lot of videos have come out saying that they are glad this has brought awareness to their trash problem in Puerto Rico. So,
Yeah, I've heard the same thing. Like literally Puerto Ricans are like, it's a shit
Yes.
heap. There is trash everywhere. And there's a rat problem on the island. And thank God, because now hopefully it'll get fixed. See, the problem is that Donald Trump just doesn't have the eloquence and some of the people to make the points they want to make. It was a stupid joke. It shouldn't have been made, especially during election season. But who gives a shit? It's over. We can move on. I don't care that Joe. You know what? I love that Joe Biden said we were garbage. I told you, he's just fucking with Kamala at this point. Every time she gets a little good news cycle, he just goes out there and goes, "I made shitty in my pants," and everyone's just like, "Fuck Kamala." All right, let's go ahead and do this last thing. Amy wanted to show us. Thanks for everyone for donating. Thanks for everyone for buying donut-friendly stuff. You guys are all awesome. We love you. We appreciate you. Here is the final video. It's the final countdown. Amy is an election denier, and she decided to send us this video. Take a look at this, and I'm going to explain it.
NASCAR, right? I think it was NASCAR, right? Yeah, because it was NASCAR or Formula One, whatever it is.
Jeez, are you fucking kidding me? NASCAR.
It was cars running around a track.
A bunch of cars running around. If you take a look, and I can't, I'm going to have to take a picture of this. You don't really need to see the video. I'll just throw this up on the screen. This was played today. Whoops. What happened? Come on. Come on, motherfucker. Here we go. So if you take a look, these NASCARs that look a lot like F1 cars, you can see down here that they ran a ticker, it's called a lower thirds in the business, folks, because, folks, I'm in the business. So the lower thirds right here shows Harris won 52% to 47%. Let me just tell you a couple things. There is not a fucking chance in hell that she's going to win Pennsylvania by 5%. I'm letting you know that number is absolutely 100% in fucking possible to happen. Okay. Number two, you can see the number of votes, which is also inaccurate. But this is what they're showing. Okay? Now, Amy, what are people saying about this? Tell us. Explain to us. Why is this important? What does this all mean?
I think people were freaking out because it had 100% next to it, and all the other ones were like a 1% of the votes were in, and this one had 100% of the voting in and was already cemented for Kamala. So I think people are worried that they're going to be fudging the numbers, maybe. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out if it's, I'm like, remember those numbers, y'all. Let's see how it turns out.
So let me ask you a question. Liv, what do you think about this?
I don't know. I think it might be a tactic on their part to not get Republicans to go vote, because Republicans are the ones that gave up on the stolen election and we lost the 2 seats in Georgia.
Yeah.
And so maybe it's their tactic to say, give Republicans, it's no hope. They're not going to win. So Pennsylvania to go vote, which makes me think they're scared. They're going to lose Pennsylvania. So I don't know. I think it might be a tactic. I think they're grasping at straws and trying anything at this point.
Amy Stamkone said it best. Race car spelled backwards is race car.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
Let me give you a little history. This has happened.
I apologize.
Should I bring something too?
Yes, please do.
Fuck. God, it blows out my eardrum. Mommy.
I don't want to be left out.
You know what? You know what's funny? One of these days, I'm just going to pull out my gun and start firing. PTS. It's really annoying. Like,
I apologize.
It's okay. I love you.
I didn't mean
I love
to.
you. You're hot.
It's a freaking heavy Yeti.
And you got a handle for your head tonight, so that's great.
Are identifying this as our election booth, and that this is our safe space that we can do.
Yep, fill the
what we
bubble.
want openly.
Fill the bubble. No one will know. I'll know because I'm watching. What the fuck you doing? What are you writing over there? Let me see it. Show me that ballot, woman. Okay. Every single election since Kennedy until NBC actually created the lower thirds, which is interesting because there were no color TVs. So the original colors for Democrats was red and Republicans were blue. A lot of people don't know this. And then once they went to color, there were psychological studies that were done and more people and the Democrats assimilated that blue was a more positive color than red because they associated it with Russia. So cognitively, they flipped the colors and NBC transposed. But ABC and CBS kept those colors for quite a while. And about 2 or 3 years later, specifically in the Richard Nixon and John F. Kennedy election, they went ahead and switch the colors. So just a little history for
Maybe
you.
that's where the conspiracy of the Great Party switch came from.
No, that's not where it came from. That came from liberals who didn't want to own that they're a bunch of racist fucks. What?
That's my thought too. What Liv said. Like I'm like, well, maybe that's why they thought the party switched. I don't know. I never heard that before. So
do you guys need to go into a booth together real quick, or did you want me to go ahead and finish the story?
Would you like us to video it?
Yeah, duh. So anyway, so from that time, there have been obviously mix-ups, and I think every single election this happens. I very much think that it's odd that most of them show 1%, and what they usually show is the little greater than less than symbol, 1%, and it's not on either candidate, and there is no number in that column. That's usually the standard. But this happened in 16 and this happened in 22. Not 22, but 20 also. I find it very weird that it's Pennsylvania. I find it very weird that the station is Pennsylvania. And I guarantee you some low-level staffer thought they would be cute. And this is an epic troll. Just like this. I can't play audio because Donald Trump always plays this song. Donald Trump coming out in a garbage man outfit. Rolling into it
is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden. How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden. How do you?
I am going to leave my final comment tonight, and then I'm going to hand it off to Amy and then Olivia. If I wasn't voting for him already, there is not a fucking chance in hell that I am not going to vote for this man. That is the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. It's huge. The best ever. The greatest troll. Level 10. Make trolls great again. Matka. I am sold. I'm ready to take out the trash. The garbage man is ready to take this country into the next level. He is going to clean up all the trash in Washington. Fantastic. I love that. Like, that makes me happy and pent. Massively. I'm engorged. Amy?
Yeah, garbage can, not garbage can't. So
that's so good. That's so good. All right, what else? Liv?
In my opinion, I would rather have somebody that I have to listen to for 4 years that has a sense of humor as opposed to a giant stick shoved up her ass. But that's just me.
Well, she was in the middle class, Liv, so you're forgetting that. But
Ladies and gentlemen, I have some bad news. And I didn't want to, I wasn't sure if this was real.
oh, they're trolling us.
No, I'm not.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Joe Biden, due to dietary restrictions, has decided to start eating babies.
Adjusting transmitter output.
The fuck, really? You had to hit the wrong button? I can't find the button.
That's not my problem.
He said.
Joe Biden.
Oh no. Oh no.
Eating babies.
Oh golly.
And can I say something? Go ahead, Amy. You get first one.
He should know better by now. Like we've been telling him for 20 years, stop touching kids, mother effer. Come on. This is wrong.
Yeah, and all your voters are vegan and you're eating a chicken.
Exactly.
Seriously. You're just losing votes for Kamala.
Oh my goodness.
Listen.
You had me worried something serious happened.
I know. This is what grandpas do, and it's cute and it's fine, but it's not okay for the president when you are known as a kid sniffer. Seriously, dude. You even said it that you're not allowed to talk and touch children on stage. You said that your staffers say you can't go around children. You openly admitted that, and there you are biting a child's leg. It's not that we wouldn't do that with our own kid. But, and play monster and you Gucci goo and, okay. But bro, have some presence, dude. It's not Ashley Biden. Show some restraint. Liv, your thoughts on this? And I didn't mean it like that, but it's not your kid. It's not Hunter, right? He doesn't have any crack up. He doesn't have a crack pipe and a white nose. It's not your own child. This is somebody else's child. Shake their little hand.
Exactly.
Pinch their little cheek, right? Don't bite them and sniff them. It's not that much of a stretch.
And it's the fact that he didn't bite their arm. He bit their upper thigh. Look where his fucking nose is.
It's a little high. But Lady J goes, MBSA, make babies safe again.
This is it's just weird. Oh, gosh.
Dude, these are great. Thomas says, too bad that little shit maker didn't let one rip.
Yeah.
Mike Blakeman says, proof he's a lizard. Now you people are doing well. Doing well. Doing well. Good stuff. Even the baby is looking at him like, what the fuck?
Yes. The baby is like, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, I wanted to say thank you to everybody. October, great month. Tomorrow is Halloween. We'll be on. Our kids are bailing on us. They're going out by themselves. Yeah,
officially the first year he's going out.
We're really friends. So Hayden and Ethan are both dressing like illegals, and we're going to call INS, and hopefully we can get rid of them before they're 18. But INS won't give a fuck.
Oh no, Hayden is Harley Quinn.
Yeah, she's Harley Quinn, and
That
Ethan
was
is going
very
as
popular this year, apparently.
Ethan.
Well, she made her own outfit.
She did. She looks great. It looks fantastic, and Ethan is going as the Grim Reaper.
Love it.
So we
we need to fix those glasses thing. They keep breaking.
That's because we bought a $12 costume. Folks, I want to say thank you from the Donut Family Show from the bottom of my heart. I don't think Olivia and I thought that in October we would be here.
No.
We were very concerned that we would not have a quarter four. And your kindness, your generosity, your loyalty, and your viewership has changed our lives. And although we joke and we sometimes step on each other a little bit, I'm sure I'll get a nasty gram tonight of somebody who's mad at me for making a joke that they didn't like. Just remember, we're family. And if we can forgive each other, then we're on the path to righteousness, right? We make mistakes. So I try to make jokes that make you laugh and make you want to come back, and my humor can be crude, but hopefully you understand it's in good fun. And I'm at my best when I'm joking and I'm cussing and I'm just doing what I do. Amy is at her best when she's that way, and Olivia is at her best when she's that way, because we this is who we are in real life. So
I just thought of something else, but go ahead. Sorry. I love you.
What?
Chick-fil-A needs to get a hold of that baby and put him as their new spokesperson.
Oh, that would be so good. Baby tenders.
Oh, goodness. They so need to get a hold of that kid.
Biden baby tenders, BBTs at Chick-fil-A.
Oh, eat.
Biden baby bites at Chick-fil-A. 3 Bs.
Oh, goodness.
Biden baby bites. Little doses of chicken that are so good you just can't stop. I love that. That child, perfect. Perfect. Like, they need to see that kid in 3 years and be like, Joe Biden assaulted me when I was when I was 3 months old. And let me tell you, I've never been the same.
PTS.
All right. Anyway, we appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for supporting us. Folks, we are at 199,940 followers. We're 60 away from hitting it. We should do this sometime tomorrow. We'll see you for 200,000. Thanks for being here. We'll see you for the next 200,000 on another social media, because Facebook sucks. Good night, everybody. God bless. Take care of each other. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, I'm on it. I'll be on in the morning, and I'll be on at 7 o'clock tomorrow night for Halloween. We'll show you the kids. Olivia will be here. And
everyone post pictures of their kids. Also, it's Beeb's birthday tomorrow, so we need to wish him a happy birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday early. I won't be
Remind
here.
me.
Trick or treat with my kiddos.
Check mark. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Mom, did we get all donations? Did you check one final time? Because I hate doing that when we get them in the middle.
I did. I just checked.
Did you get Stephanie?
Yes, that was the most recent one in.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Good night, everybody. God bless. We'll see you mañana. Good night.
Bye.
Thanks, Amy. It was fun. Bye.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriendly Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The DUM Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered.
Send pics to Olivia at the DUM Show. Pics Olivia at thedumshow.com. Send all your pics to her.
Disagree. Just don't unfriend me.